Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night Fights, brought to you by the Armchair Dragoons. It is 1813. Well, how more appropriate could that be? Good Lord, 1813, just 2 days after Grossgorschen Day. I hope you all enjoyed your Grossgorschen Day, the great Napoleonic victory just a little bit north of Leipzig. And it was, I suppose math is hard, but 212 years ago? Yeah, my goodness. So here we are at 1813 on the 3rd of May, 2025. Sean Connery is very glad to see you. I am very glad to see you. How you doing, Volker?
I'm doing well.
Volker is actually over in his chair, which is unusual these days. So I'm delighted to have him nearby. And, well, we see our Dragoons. It's the Dogs of War. And it says sans resultat. Et sans resultat, my wife would remind me. We are delighted to have you back at the table for our 1809 demonstration battle with the author of Sans Resultat, David Ensnis. Good evening, sir.
Salutations.
Ah, there we go. All right. Doug, are you back with us now, or? Uh-oh. We lost Doug. He's now apparently having computer problems. That is serious. Well, we've got a little bit of time to go here because I have to get out our tweets and other social media behaviors. I have no idea, and David, I don't know if you caught any of this in the Discord chat, but for reasons I cannot track, we had absolutely, hey Red, we had absolutely our most successful night ever on Wednesday with over 70 people coming to join a stream of What a Tanker. As I say, I wish I knew why because I'd do it again, but we'll see if ESR has that same pull, that same draw of having.
Oh, ouch!
Wow. Well, no, I mean it's bizarre because here's the thing: I'm not singing my own praises here because God knows what you're seeing before you is the work of the Mechanical Turk. These are his efforts. I just mistype things into the tooltips and coordinate them. But that's a fair amount of effort all around, building the bases, building the terrain, doing all the things. And we struggle. We're happy if we ring the 20 bell. I built a table with 6 tanks and Vance running around shooting people and getting shot in the butt. And the next thing you know, we got 70 people hanging out.
What was the previous record?
It was 50. It was well less than that.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I have no, and you're delighted to see it. I'm incredibly delighted to see it, but I have no idea why. So, there it is. Let's see here. We still don't have Doug back. Whatever shall we do? In the interim, Chrono, I think you're going to have to grab hold.
I will do what I can.
You're going to have to grip those reins and do the very best you can. When last we left our intrepid ESR Explorers, 3rd edition, available at all great vendors near you and on the internet, we had explored a great deal of the orders phase, the movement phase, and a lot of the deployment phase, and we had just started to dip our toes into combat. And I think that's what we're going to see a lot of. But that is to leap ahead of the story. It is the 9th turn. David, take it away.
Thank you. I think your prediction is completely right that you made offline. That was, we spent the first several turns dancing, and now everything is going to collide and explode. So I guess that leaves us with top of the turn is order activations. Do we have any pending? Is everyone refamiliarize themselves with the state of things that they left it in?
I have some activate. I have one I'd like to change. Let me see what this is.
So if you have any pending that you want to roll for, this is your opportunity.
I will do so. I'm trying to change Colorat's objective here. I'm exactly at 12, so I think it's a -1, but I'm a +2 and he's a +1, so I think it's a net.
I would recommend not doing that right now, please.
All right, then I will leave it. In that case, I have nothing.
I got a question. So if I want to start deploying my guys, do I need to change my orders from a move to something else?
You do not. You may deploy on any directive.
Okay. That's what I thought. I just
you
wanted to
will.
clarify.
It's at the end of the movement phase,
Yeah.
so they will surge forward, doing whatever the heck it is they've been told to do, and then they will start to deploy. But yeah, you can deploy on any order.
Okay.
And Mike, I put out. I can't roll for you because I'm only putting them out this turn, but 2 new objectives, so that'll be rolled for next turn.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I think.
Well, you gotta remember,
where is yours right now?
His is right here.
So, be thinking ahead. If we don't have any order activations, the next step is issue. It would probably be a good idea to put out a new directive, assuming that you want to push towards one of those pending.
Oh, I did. That's what I did. Yep.
Right. But he probably wants to give a new directive because
From
that lead division is going to cross the bridge, and it's going to go undefend because it's reached its objective.
Oh, you're
And
talking
then
about this.
next turn, you're going to activate his new objective, but his guys aren't going to be moving. So if you want to keep that fluid, or as fluid as possible, I would say you probably want to issue a new directive for that lead division now.
Okay, now.
I don't know what you want it to be, but
I got
issue it now, and you'll roll for it next turn.
Okay.
But I wonder, would this work? Tell me if this is going to be wrong. Would this work? If he puts this on support, and it's within, like, say, 3 inches of cavalry, like supporting the cavalry, because you have to be within 3 inches somewhere along the way, right?
6 inches, but yeah.
Yeah. Would he still be able to move since he's in support, even though he's 3 inches from here?
If he chooses to move, so support doesn't have to convert, reaching the objective. So that would take care of that. But the supporting formation cannot choose to be close. It can't choose to move closer to the objective than whoever it's supporting. So it could stand still there, or it could pull back, but it couldn't make forward progress because it would be leading the way.
Well, that
makes sense.
Still probably be the better. Yeah, that still probably be better because he could keep them stopped, and then the cavalry can move, and then next turn change that objective.
It depends a little bit on how aggressive you want to be, right? If he wants to form up a defensive line on his side of the bridge, that sounds like a great plan. If he wants to go slam into that Austrian force, then that sounds slow. So it depends on what your game plan is.
Right. But you don't want to go to defend on here just yet, Mike, because then your wagons back here are frozen.
Get on the team real quick so we can chat.
I don't want to be on the team.
Well, I'm set on my side, so I'm just waiting.
Put your book down that you're not reading.
It's our book. I'm reading the book.
Refresh my memory. Are these trees dense or are they embarrassing?
Yes. No, they are dense. So when you are ployed, they're just embarrassing terrain, and you're paying double. Well, you halt and then you move through them and blah blah blah. But when you're deployed, they're slower yet.
Okay.
So yeah, I would tell you stay the heck out of the woods.
Okay.
Right, Mike?
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that. Thing is I'm going to move before I can change the orders, right?
Yes.
And I got to change the cavalry's
Well,
orders.
Dave just said you can change the orders now. Those orders now, not the objectives, but those orders.
No, you can issue a new order.
It.
I can issue it, but
you won't be able to activate it till next turn.
Right. I got you. Right. Okay.
And I got to be successful on changing both orders, right? Because right now the cavalry's in support.
Oh, that's right. It is, isn't it? All right. Never mind then. I thought they were on move. Then yeah, go with the other one you're talking about.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So we are on issuing of orders. We got any of those to do, or we are caught up?
I got one. Hold on, because I was too busy with trying to.
No worries. The next step is going to be leader action. So if anybody has artillery that they want to roll to commit.
Not
Or
just
that they want to limber up that's already committed.
no, not just yet. Well, maybe. Actually, yeah, we'll try and commit the artillery of 2-4 here. That's a +2 total, I think. Oh, no.
It is pass fail, and you get to attempt them until you miss one.
Well, he missed that one, so.
Robert is en route. We have lost Doug for the evening, most regrettably.
I hear a substitution being called.
Gestures have been made to the bench.
Half movement.
Does that make him a designated hitter?
Pinch runner at a minimum.
Ooh.
Relief pitcher.
I'll try and commit this artillery from my core here in the center.
Have you not? Just so I understand, you already tried that and failed?
No, that was on the right here.
Okay.
That was on the right.
So he was the Austrian corps commander on the left, or on the right.
Yeah, on the
failed
right.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because since he's playing two hats at the moment,
got it.
Yeah.
His other hat is now. Yeah,
I follow.
That makes sense.
And this one though is going to be net +1 only because I'm net +2 actually. I'm +2. So yeah, but I'm at a -1. So. Oh my god, not a good start.
All right, question. We're in the command phase, right? I can rally the cavalry that are routing here are broken.
So the formation is broken. I don't think, did any of the stands actually route? Yeah, one of them is by the Reformation. One of them's routed in the Reformation area.
Correct.
So, and they've got what, 13 fatigue on them?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is yes, but you're going to fail. Because they're 13-1, which makes them minus a whole lot. So at 25%, you're -1. At 30%, you're -2. At 50%, you're -3. At 100%, you're -4. At 200%, you're -5. Blah, 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 blah. You have to roll a 7 on 2d6. So you're not going to succeed in getting those guys to do anything until they have bled off a bunch of fatigue.
And how do they do that?
Every turn that they are not threatened, they will recover one.
All right, so the end of this turn then.
Well,
At the end of this turn, they will go down to 12.
He wants to reform and reorganize, though, right? Is that what you're
And since they're broken, though, they have to keep moving, correct?
Until they are away from the enemy by a foot.
No, right about this
Yeah,
guy's
no, they have to keep going.
It's gonna be about the edge of that wood there, the other far edge of that wood.
Can it be an ankle?
It just as the crow flies.
Dead straight.
And when you say, does the tail
Whose
have to
foot?
be outside
My
that
foot's
foot or
9.5.
Until the formation, any part of it has to get outside of 1 mile, then they will stop moving away.
Gotcha.
So your
And
wagon
until then, they will move away at half. Yeah. So they're going to move like probably 2 turns.
Right.
If the Austrians push forward, they will fall back more. Do we have any other leader actions?
You said we don't roll for our new tasks orders until the end of the turn, right?
Next turn.
Yep.
Issue them this turn, roll for them next turn.
Next turn.
Then I believe we are on the threat assessment at the top of movement, and we've got some.
You do.
So we've got the Austrians and French in the town, and then we've got the Austrian artillery against the French outside of the town, other town, and then we've got the French skirmishing against the Austrian cav.
Thank you.
So the Austrian right division here under Bellegarde is probably going to be, I guess that's the Bellegarde Infantry Regiment.
These
Whose
guys.
division is this? Yeah, those guys.
Yeah, it's
That's probably going to be the fastest.
Yep.
Because I don't even know if you're going to roll a die. So let's see. You've got,
I have 2
for
stands.
every stands in contact with the enemy, don't do anything.
Yep.
And the stands not in contact have to have a base width. So like, can I ping? I can't ping. Why can't I ping?
You need color. You need to grab a color.
Oh, I'm gray. How do I grab a color?
You should just see some colored circles on the edge of the table. Just click on one.
Yeah,
Or
click on your
take
name first, they change color.
I'm giving him one.
Okay.
Thank you.
There may not have been enough, anyways.
Nope, there were.
Okay.
User error. Okay. So like these guys. Can I ping now?
Tab.
Still can't ping.
You're still not a color.
He was?
Oh
Wait.
yeah, I'm still spectator.
Oh, I grabbed Robert. Jeez, bad move.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
There we go.
He needed a color too.
You did.
You should.
Okay, zoom back in here. Wonderful. Okay, so these two, yay! Thank you very much. Those two can't skirmish since they're in contact with the enemy, and this one can't skirmish since he does not have a base width to the enemy. He might be out of range too, I don't know, but even if he was in range, he doesn't have the option. So these two will contribute. They're worth a quarter of a point apiece for the Austrians.
Yep. It's like 0.5.
So you've got half a point plus a die. What is the cohesion of the French? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you cannot do anything better than get an assessment.
Mm-hmm.
So the outcome is going to be the French take a fatigue, whether you roll or not.
All right. We might as well not roll then.
Does that make sense? You would roll a die plus 0.5.
Yep. There's no world where I roll better than a 6.5.
Right. So this French division will take a fatigue.
I have given it to him.
This French division will similarly take a fatigue from the artillery for the same reason. And then we have the French against these cav, right?
Yep. I think.
So what is the French? How much skirmish threat have you got against that cav? It's 45 degrees and 3 inches.
Depends on if you. Yeah, that's probably in there. I think we have these bases. So.
It's basically like it equals to about 3.5.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, 3. Looks like 3.5 to me. My cohesion is 4. So.
There's 3.5 threat going in.
Yes.
And subtract whatever your fatigue was before you just took some this turn.
1.
So 2.5. What's your commander give you? Another 2 points. So you're at 4.5 plus a die.
Yeah, my cohesion is 4 minus the 2, right?
Yep. So you're at a cohesion of 2.
Yep.
Cavalry's doubled, right?
Oh yeah, cavalry is doubled. The fatigue pays double on the cav. So
I rolled
you rolled a 1?
Yeah.
Because it's
okay. So you've got 5.5 points, right?
Yep.
Against 1.
And And the cohesion on the Cav is 1, 2, 3, 4 minus
4.
How much fatigue I got?
They
4.
have 2. They have 2 fatigue.
2. Yeah.
Sure. Oh yeah, yeah, perfect. So they can't go. They go to 1 because you can't have less than 1 cohesion. So 5 to 4. It's not quite as bad as what happened to the French chasseurs, but the hussars just took 5 fatigue.
Yep. And do I take a casualty check there, or?
You do not take a combat loss. That is only in contact.
Okay. But
they may, in fact, they must evade ranged threat. So you can move those 3 stands until they are. Is it until or is it a half move? I shall look quickly.
Okay.
I don't know. Why don't you ask the guy that wrote the rules?
John Hill once said,
"There's
the reason I wrote this stuff down."
Movement there, 67.
They move directly away from all threat on as directly as possible until outside the threat zone. So they just go ahead and pick them up and move them until they reach outside of 3 inches.
Okay, so they're just going to go basically back here. They stay on.
And you can face them as you want.
Yeah, they're going to stay on withdraw, or do I have to put them on retreat now?
It does not alter.
Okay.
Until someone reaches out and touches them, they don't have to perform a status check.
And just remember, they can't shoot now because they're moist.
They can't anyway. You're cavalry.
I know.
But
now, David.
Go ahead, Ron. I have a question too.
Now my French don't threat. Because they threatened me back here.
Yes. You should also fire back at them there.
Before we do that, I want to ask about this. Did he have to? I understand why he took the fatigue. Why did he have to remove himself from threat? Was that automatic, or was that as an outcome of the result?
That is an outcome of the result. So on threat assessment, he got a multiplied result, right?
Got it. Yes.
He was multiplied 5x. Mm-hmm. So he takes 5 fatigue. If he were in contact, he would take combat losses up to 5. Mm-hmm. And the last part is cavalry must evade ranged threat.
Got it.
So yes, then we've got Lan's infantry on his left over here. And it looks like you've got
2 total.
Yeah, 2 points plus, and this one over here.
All right, 3.
So 3. And plus whatever your division commander gives you, 2 more. So 5. And did you have 1 fatigue going into this?
Yes.
So 4 plus a die.
My cohesion is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
6 total.
10 total?
Yeah, I have 10 cohesion. Well, 9 minus the fatigue. So
you will take another fatigue. Because you got an assessed result.
Very interesting.
Do we have any other ranged threat going off?
I do not believe so. Let me move this.
Conversions, do we have any? Are these cav threatened? Probably not anymore because they had to evade.
Yeah, so they will convert to defend.
They are.
Do you get to just automatically move that, or does it actually have to move, Chrono?
The reform of the cav, it moves.
Okay.
They are not on defend. They are not on defend, so it moves dynamically when they do.
Yeah. So let me rearrange this back here so everyone's actually set up here. So it goes all the way back to 6 inches back, right?
Yeah, nominally.
Yeah, so I'll just do that. That's close enough. So they are not threatened now. So I believe
they are not threatened now. Then they convert to defend.
Let's see.
which is probably not what you want them to be on, but that's what they're on.
Does conversion take their pending order?
No, it does not.
Okay, then I will leave that.
It just changes their active one.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but they're not. They're no longer quite in the middle where I wish them to be. So we'll see.
Do we have any other conversions that anybody wants to do or wants to know if they can do? Then I think we're on to regular moves. Do we have any attacks?
No. You do.
Yeah,
but I'm locked in here, right? Or do I still have to shift these guys?
You do not have to come any. You've already got threat on intervening enemy, so you don't have to move anyone in. But if you want to, this is your opportunity before anyone else moves a stand.
I'm just going to. I just want to shift and align with these guys here.
Go ahead and do that then.
All right. So.
Neither of the flanks is on attack, right?
Not this time, I believe.
Then,
Just on move.
then the flanks can probably go ahead and start the process of their movements, since they're not going to be affected by this.
My attack move's complete.
Then Lon can go ahead and do whatever he's got, and you can finish whatever you have that's not on attack.
I gotta move in this direction, correct?
What are you currently on?
Move.
You get to convert.
You should convert to... during conversions, you would convert to defend, because you are threatened by the enemy.
And I only have to move as far toward my objectives, but once I get to 3 inches, then I can stop. Is that correct?
You may stop anywhere within a 3-inch bubble around that. So if you want, you can push past it, or you can stop on your side of it, whatever.
Yeah. Okay, but I got to roll the 7 first, right?
No,
Rob,
because you have an active order.
Oh, okay, because it's active, I don't have to roll. Okay.
Yep.
Robert, you have the right here. Your objective is up here. And you can see the orders you've got currently.
Okay.
So how would this work? Because I can't actually remember, because I was forced on to defend.
So, where am I looking here? You're talking about your Bavarians? The Chevaliers?
All of it, essentially, because it's all been forced on defense.
Okay. So, the Reformation areas cannot move. The deployed stands the infantry has 8 inches of movement, and the cavalry has 10. However, they have to maintain a 6-inch tether to that Reformation area, or 1.5 to each other. So, like, this infantry stand right here has to be either within 6 inches of this wagon, or within 1.5 inches of any part of this column. Otherwise, it's got 8 inches of movement. You can move as you please. After you've moved, you can deploy more stands, and the column will get shorter from its head.
Yeah, because that's what I want to do.
So if you want to form up in a defensive position, then I would say take these guys, swing them back this direction, or this direction. And then when you roll to deploy more stands from the head of your column, you can deploy them to the right or left and kind of start forming up a line. If you want to get moving again, you will need first this objective to be located somewhere else.
Well, I know that.
Second, and second, a new directive. But as far as what you can do right now, you can basically adjust your deployed stuff and deploy more stuff.
Yeah, because that's what I want to do is deploy. Just continue deploying.
Were these considered good roads?
The good road is the gray-looking road. Everything else is poor.
Yeah, there's only
This is
one.
the only good
There's
road.
only one
This is
good
the
road,
only-
Mike.
It's just this big
Okay,
one.
everything else more. Thank you.
Yep.
I've cut that in half because of crossing the river, so okay.
Stupid rivers.
Only stupid if you're advancing and not on defense.
Let me find this deployment thing so I can figure out what I'm doing there.
The cavalry normally usually move.
In the open, they move 12 when they're deployed. No, I lie. They move 10 when they're deployed in the open. 12 is ployed. Well, which you're falling back your broken calf.
Yeah,
They
it's, I was
move-
just trying to divide it into halves, that's all.
Yeah, they're ployed, so they'll move 6 inches.
We have a loose support order somewhere.
It's right here. It's with the cav.
Okay.
It should be replaced with broken.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
That's what that is.
If you have any questions, Rob, let me know.
Yeah, Kyle, it's this unit, and
this is-
everything.
This is a single division right here, and this is a division right here, and then you have this cav back here.
Oh, those are both mine?
Yes.
Okay. Which one are our objectives?
Your objective is here.
Okay.
That's an enemy objective. So.
Mike, if you want, you could try to deploy these like you were going to.
Yeah, after
do
you've
that now?
completed movement, go ahead and deploy.
Yes.
Okay, so walk me through the deploy because I hadn't done that yet. I kind of followed it, but I didn't know I'm get it right.
On
You wanna explain
your
it to
quick
me?
reference guide, you're looking at the deploy table in green. You take the command rating of the guy who is present, so your subordinate, which is probably a 1.
Yeah, I think so.
If the regulating unit moved half or more, you subtract 3, which
No.
in the case of your lead division, I'm guessing is no.
That's correct. No.
And then they are on a road, so +2, so they're at a +3. And they're not deploying into bad or dense terrain. So they are +3, roll 2 dice. High is good. You're going to get half the number of the result as deploying units.
So with the +3, it's a 7.
So you will get 3.
3. Okay.
They each get 1.5 inches to step out of the column in any direction with any facing.
1.5 inches.
So if you want them to, if you want them to be a pretty line, take the third one from the front and move them up to the right or left, and take the first one and move it backwards. And leave the one you just moved, leave right where he started.
Well, he was second in line, so I just moved him.
Right. Sure.
What
So I was saying is, you put him back once.
Okay.
So now move this guy forward to be there, and
Oh, I
this
see what
guy
you're saying.
back
Gotcha.
to move there.
Yep.
And then you'll have a happy, pretty line, and everyone will still be cohesive.
Gotcha.
And that guy goes at the head of the column.
All right. Okay. Thank you. All right.
My boy.
Don't deploy these guys. They move like an inch, so I think they're just a straight +3 for being on a road and command. So.
They are deploying into dense terrain, so they will they will suffer a -5 for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't get less than 2.
No, they get 2.
Okay.
Doesn't your dense terrain affect your movement there?
Yeah, let me show this instead.
The movement that you get for deploying is just an inch and a half, regardless.
Okay, so there you go.
Okay, I will be back in 1 second.
1.
Now we're losing Robert.
We lost him a long time ago.
F+.
Teehee.
Robert showed up, watched half a turn, and left.
For the road bonus, does it matter if the ones you're looking to deploy are on the road or the whole lot?
The ones you are looking to deploy need to be on a road.
Okay.
So if you've got, let's say you've got 4 on a road, and your result is 5, you only get to take 4 because you took the bonus for the road.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got 5 plus 2.
Oh. I gotta get the QRS. So. Moving.
Mike, I'm sending you a message.
Okay.
Deployed over train.
Still typing? Oh yeah.
Are we wrapping up deployment?
Robert has not moved yet, so
I'm trying to wrap my head around the situation. Okay, is this unit fully deployed?
no,
The rest of his guys are right here.
The rest of these guys are in column coming up.
Okay, so
What direction?
Well, yeah, these guys can move 8 inches, and they have to go like in the
They're on a
direction
move.
towards
They're on a
there.
move.
Okay.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out what is going on there.
And then those boys.
And the guys in the okay.
No matter what I get to, so.
Yeah. Okay, so
The one bit, yeah.
and my objective is here. Is that
Yes.
Correct.
That's correct.
What does the light blue cost?
That's just what is that?
As long as
I
you've
think it's
got
rough.
any part, as long as you've got any part of your unit in it, you will pay half your movement for that turn.
For the deployed column. And a unit is a stand or the deployed column.
Yep.
So each individual deployed stand pays double for it. And if the deployed column hits it, the deployed column is 1 unit. So the whole thing is like Jim described.
I'm trying to figure out why these guys are deployed and the rest of them are still deployed.
Because he couldn't get them all.
Because they haven't been able to shake out yet. Remember, you have to roll deploy how many units you can deploy at a time.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why someone would deploy there, but okay.
Because that's because he thought this was a threat over here and then you want to get hit in the column.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's 2d6 halved.
Well, first you got to move them.
Okay.
So pick your regulating unit. It can be any one of these 5 or the column. And that, whichever you choose, has to move full towards your objective. The rest just have to move to be cohesive. So you might, for instance, take this column, say it's your regulating unit, and say I'm going to move it along the road to here, then I'm going to move it along the road to here, then I'm going to move it along the road to here.
Yeah.
And then you could take these and just array them however you needed to cover your right.
So I get 2.
You'll be moving 10 inches on the road.
It's
Floyd.
That's 4.2.
Yes.
I'm sorry. The main commanders can move how many? 12?
8.6.
18.
18.
In the open, 18.
So if I measure it correctly, I should be like right here with the
Good deal.
Or over here, whatever. Probably come up like that.
He doesn't want to go through. Well, yeah, he'd be moving these at the same time. So yeah, he could do that. He could just shift them over.
Okay. I'm sorry, I've got a
Right, I'm gonna go get a drink while Robert's moving.
I've got a cold, so I'm not feeling too well.
You guys are receiving advice from the chat.
I'm sure we are.
There is no defend. There is only attack.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Go back.
Okay, so the rest of this column follows along.
Miles, be patient. The French will win eventually.
Yes. If I remember correctly, they lose.
Not this period, they don't.
In the end, they do.
No, they don't. They win at Wagram.
My commander doesn't lose.
You mean Judas?
His family, his house is still on the throne.
They're actually in some kind of trouble. Big scandal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sounded like a salacious sexual type thing. Go figure. Royals.
Wow. Cool. Have to go look that up.
That'll be the first.
Robert,
imagine if the internet and the tabloids were around back when Napoleon was on the throne, right?
Hey, Robert, you don't say to follow the road there. You could shoot off cross country and then deploy them up here. As long as you stay within 6.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are on support. So
yeah, then they just have to end their movement within 6, any point to any point.
Yeah, these guys basically.
So let me restack this mess.
Because they're still deployed, right? Yeah.
Why is always the wrong gun?
So Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. I'll clean that up.
Don't want to be in the trees, but yes.
Yeah. I'm just having so many problems tonight. Good enough. But thank you. And that's his orders. That's
These
good.
guys are on move as well.
And right.
They can, if you wanted, they could continue going this way. I don't know which is better.
Yeah.
Well,
Eventually, you're going to run into a frontage problem.
Yeah. Objective there. So I guess they move
10.
10. 4.8. 8.8. 9.6.
Second Division is concerned what First Division is up to.
Well, I suggest the Second Division go the long other way around.
This is exactly what happened in the rank and base Lord of the Rings that prompted where there's a whip, there's a way.
You know?
It looks to me like First Division said, no, we go first.
Yeah,
I'm cutting you off.
This is a road for man creatures.
I got here first, so I go first.
You thought you were going to avoid a traffic jam.
Right.
No. Yeah.
I'll show you. I'll create one myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It'll be a beautiful traffic jam. It'll be the best.
It'll be
a mother-loving.
People tell me it's the best traffic jam.
It's a mother-loving, beautiful traffic jam. What's with all the negative waves?
Okay, I think these guys can still move, correct?
Yes.
They're on half because, well, these guys in the trees are on half, but.
Well, they're just going to shake out into line.
Well, they got to move their full, though.
No. The regulating unit does.
Oh, that's right, of course. Yes.
These guys
so the rest of these just have to maintain cohesion, so they have a fair amount of flexibility.
Yeah, up to inch and a half from the rest of the column, I think. So.
Okay. Okay.
A deployment.
Well,
like say that Cav.
Yeah. Yes.
We're going to make this really easy for you. You've got 3 stands of cavalry. The minimum result you can get is 2, and the last one of the formation is always free. So you get all 3. They get 1.5 inches. You can shake them out into a line. So like say if this guy moves back here and this guy moves up here, then they're in a pretty happy line. There you go. And then this guy will jump to the back. And this will back up about 6 inches, probably putting it right about, yeah.
Yep, back in there, basically.
How many cavalry to a
there we
base,
go.
David?
We do 4 in our miniatures packs.
No, I'm sorry. Scale representation.
Oh, yeah, that makes way more sense. 2 to 300.
Okay. So yeah, okay. The reason I ask is we've had this wild theory of, and you've made this point before, that this, I'm drawing relative things, but
yeah.
This is a battle. This is a LaSalle battlefield, or this is a General d'Armée 2 battlefield. So I'm drawing maps in my head.
Sure. Like the center right now is a very large. It is not a baby battle.
It is not. It is not. This would be very nice. Several brigades on the side.
Now, these guys in the lead here.
Yes.
They're part of this group, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right.
So they should be shaken out with them.
Well, that's up to you. Do you want to roll to deploy them, or do you want to keep them in a column?
I want to roll to deploy them to get the entire unit together.
Well, it is together. It's just some of it's in a column and some of it's deployed, but that's fine.
Because
roll 2 dice.
But the thing is, they're going to just so you know, they're going to deploy from here.
Yeah, they're going to deploy from where they currently stand, from the head of the column.
These guys won't, unless you roll well. These guys won't have much to do with it.
Well, yeah, I realize that, but he can deploy there. He deploys next to him. He deploys next to him. If he gets it, he deploys next to him, and I get the ticket to ride win.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to take division commander who's present.
Yeah.
So he's a +1. You are on a road, which is +2 more, so you're +3. You moved half or more, which takes you down to 0. And can you avoid deploying into dense terrain?
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah, because they
Looks
can
like it. You could move one up here. You could move one here. You could move one. Yeah, it looks like it. So, assuming that you don't want that, you're going to limit yourself to the open spaces. I think you have a flat roll. Roll 2d6, and you get half the result.
2d6 divided by 2 for deployment. Oh, look at that! I get 2.
Minimum result of 2.
Okay, so he spins.
He can't go there. That's my point.
Why not?
Why not?
Dense terrain.
He's not going there. He's just standing like right here.
Yeah, he's just.
Oh, he's just stopping. Oh, okay. I thought it was moving. Sorry.
No. And these guys are still
wrong.
No, he moves to the head of the column, which would be
correct.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
It's coming back to me. It's coming back.
It's all coming back to me.
It's only been like a month.
Well, and another thing is I'm taking over for someone else, and I'm like, what were they trying to do?
Field promotion.
Player. They were a new player, I think, right?
Doug? No.
Oh,
no, Doug's played a bit.
Okay. I misunderstood. Misunderstood.
All right, we're done with moves and deployment, unless Robert wants to deploy some of that first division. That's a cruddy place to deploy, but
yeah,
you also have French right there. So I mean, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, but they've got Austrians to their front. They got more to worry about than me.
Yes.
Yeah, but
so are we good?
Play for another.
You know what? Yeah, I think I will deploy. 'Cause I'll try and deploy like side to side down the road here.
-5,
yeah? They will be paying -5 because you can't avoid the bad terrain.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but you might. I mean, minimum of 2.
I'm gonna get 2 no matter what. So. See?
There you go.
I got 2. So he goes and turns a little bit this way. He shoots an inch and a half this way. Can you move your there? Thank you. Yeah, your hand right.
No, can't go there. Can't go there. Can't go there.
Not 1.6.
I'm hiding it.
1.5.
Well, I couldn't even see because somebody had their hand over the
No. There's nothing here. Nothing here. You can't see.
Oh dear, we've given the designer something else to torment the players with.
Well,
this is why you have to move the game as rapidly as possible. Otherwise, I'll just sit there and mess with people.
Fair.
Hey, just remember, you're not that far away.
True. You drove here in a single night. I know.
Oh gosh, yes, that was a long night.
And back again, didn't you?
And back again.
We drove out in the morning, then we drove back and forth again in the evening.
There you go.
Yeah, I can get to you in not that long, and it's my weekend off, so I've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday to come track you down and to be back at work on Monday. So
You're assuming your wife will let you drive that far by yourself.
oh, she would if I told her the situation. She would.
Oh, wait, you're gonna be gone all weekend? I can be here? Yep, bye, go, leave.
I do believe that is all movement and deployment for turn 9.
So we are on to combat leader fate. So leader fate checks. We've got
This cavalry.
the Cav out of threat, right?
Combat threat, yeah. They move back into musket range, though.
Oh, the French move forward?
Yep.
Oh, then yep. So check for him. Check for him.
Ooh, close.
Check for
very
him.
close.
Check for him.
I'll check for that guy down there.
All right, I'll check for.
Oh,
Dude, stop. You're
I'm trying.
You're scaring that guy.
I'll check for him. That's all I
French are
have.
fine. Austrians are fine.
So if you roll a 2, something bad happened. If you roll
If you roll a 2, you roll to see what happened.
If you roll a 12, do the gods smile on you and you get a good thing?
If you roll a 2 and then a 12, yes.
We were rolling for the combat
Yeah,
over
just
here.
smiling at you right to the.
No,
we're rolling for leadership,
1.4% chance.
We were
Okay, so we are on to combat here.
Okay.
And what have we got for Austrian threat coming in?
it should be 3 because they're. It should be 3 because they're halved for going into a built-up area.
Plus whatever the commander gives them.
All right, that's so.
Makes it a 4.
Well, I had that before halving, right?
No. After.
No.
Oh, so it's a 4. Yes.
So you've got 4 minus your fatigue.
-2, so 2.
Plus 1 die.
All right, let's roll it. I think I know what the outcome's going to be, but 3.
The French will take a fatigue, and the French are doing. They've got 3, 4. They had 2 fatigue, so they've also got just 2 points plus a die.
Against all the cohesion in the world.
Yep. So the Austrians are just going to go up 1.
We're just purse fighting right now.
Mm-hmm.
mean, there's 2 Austrian battalions engaging 1 French battalion in a village while everyone else looks on. So we moved up the fatigue of both of them. The artillery goes off again.
Yep.
And now, what is the
Threat's only 2 though.
value of? Well, yeah. What's the threat value of the Austrian artillery? 2, right?
2. So it will no longer increase.
You can't. Artillery alone can't move the fatigue of a target up past their threat.
Got it.
So they already have 2 fatigue. You only have 2 threat. You won't move them up to 3. You just hold them there.
Okay.
And status check. Is anything here reached 50%? Doesn't look like it.
And just so everybody watching understands what you mean, David, 50% of?
50% fatigue to cohesion ratio.
There we go.
So I think the closest we have are the Austrians here at 3. I guess the French here at 3. And they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're 30% fatigued at the moment.
We do have a reserve, but
Yeah, need to get these deployed as well.
I'm trying.
Then I believe we are on to... Oh! Knock these down 1. They are not being assessed against. So their fatigue improves by 1.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Just another 12 turns and they will be useful again.
Sweet!
Top of the next turn.
Conversions? Do we have any conversions?
Oh yeah, do we have any conversions at the bottom of turn 9?
I think these guys... Well, no, they're not quite within 3, so I'm not... Well... Yeah, they don't convert yet. They're not within 3. And these guys don't convert because they're not within 3.
And that conversion that Chrono's talking about, that's automatic when that unit stops, isn't it, David?
No, it only happens during a conversion step.
Interesting.
So he's correct.
So
in that,
so they say
since these guys deployed backwards, they are not converting.
Interesting. Well, okay.
Hence why I had to do it
as it lies.
Very good.
I thought I read that right in the book.
Pretty much everything is play the circumstances of the moment when the step happens. It's very sequence driven. Then I believe we're on top of turn 10.
Turn 10.
Activate orders.
All right, I'm going to try to roll for the objectives for OJ.
Oh, good luck with that.
I'm at a minus... The leader here. All right. 19, so that'd be a -2, correct?
Yeah, that's the
-1. Every full 20 12 inches.
You're still
every full mile.
Oh wait, no, he's over here. Sorry.
Oh, I'm at +3.
Yep.
There it is.
The other activation.
Oh, this one comes off, right?
Correct.
This old one?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, the old one goes away.
You want one more turn, Colrette?
Yes, please.
Okay.
You want to roll for your orders, Mike, there?
Yeah.
I don't think I do that. You do that.
Okay.
That is correct.
So that's a +1?
No, it's actually a +2 because you're talking to yourself.
Well, he's talking, it's a directive for the division commander, right?
Right.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So it's whatever his value is plus whatever the value of his subordinate is.
Good. +2 then.
So the future king of Sweden is a +3, and
all right, I'm going to do my change orders here for.
you got it easily.
First of the third here.
Oh, go ahead, Jim. Grab it.
Success. And I'm doing it for these guys here. Major success. Can I have that 2, Ben?
I'm gonna bring everything together. See, because
Not that I want that 2, but
And I can't change. Look to order mine to change because of the objective. Correct.
Well, you can issue orders. Just
You could issue
orders, yes.
You could issue
I
them.
can't-
I would tell
but
you
I
you
can't
don't want
advance.
to. I would tell you you don't want to roll to activate them until this changes.
Do you want to change?
But you
where
could
your
issue it
objective
now.
Goes? Do you?
Yeah, I need it moved.
All right. Well, all right. I'll set it out, but I can't roll to next turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
You could issue your directives this turn as well if you know what you want
Which I
them
will.
to be doing.
Yeah, I
Go ahead and put them out now. You won't. You'll roll
Wait a
for
minute,
them
why does he have
after.
2 clowns?
What?
I am missing my
Thank you,
objective
Jan.
coins.
what's that?
I'm missing my objective coins for my sub commanders. Unless
Yeah, they're. Well, I know you have 2 sets already out there.
They're buried under stuff, Chrono.
no, I don't know.
Colorad's was definitely under something. I was.
Oh wait, no, they're on the 4. Oh right, that's right. They're on
It's under my Bavarians.
I'm moving mine so it's closer to my face, so that way you can see it.
Okay, never mind. I placed something.
Nope, those were yours.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You already had 2 placed out here.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. Disregard. I'm an idiot.
Brant, I believe it's pronounced "da bears."
Bears.
Ah, bears. Dang.
Yeah, we got pizza tonight. I didn't get sausage.
Hey, Maurice. Good to see you. Oh boy. Oh boy. Mother Mary wants to know who put Rob's face on a token. Oh.
Oh. Which token does he say?
Well, of course, I'm sure he means Bernadotte. That's what he means.
The jealousy is so thick here.
All insults lead to Bernadotte.
Yes, if I have anything to say about it, they do.
Okay.
Oh, well, he's just jealous because I got invited to play and he didn't.
Okay.
Have we got any other? We've done our order activations. We've done issuing. Are we still issuing?
I'm issuing 1, but that should be it for now.
Any leader actions? Does anybody want to commit any guns?
I do.
Or limber up any?
I want to commit to both of my guns. One here and here.
I'm also trying to commit a gun.
I'm doing this
Do whichever one is most important first.
How far
Or
does
most likely to succeed.
how far does the gun have to, or how close does the gun have to be able to be committed?
Oh, it doesn't matter. So it is. It's that same command test. So where are you? You are here, right?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
I'm over
Who was
here.
I looking at? Ah, there we go.
So if I wanted to commit
Okay.
my gun,
Yeah, so you measure between you and your subordinate, because that's who you're telling to go get it done.
okay, right,
That's less than a foot, so there's no penalty.
right.
And you take your bonus plus his bonus,
Uh-huh.
minus any distance penalty, minus any fatigue penalty, etc. And add 2 dice. You're looking for a 7. It's the same as order activation.
Got it.
Okay.
And then the artillery gets 1 full move.
Okay.
If you leave it limbered, it can move again during movement.
Which, okay, so can it, because of where it's at, can it go up this side road here? I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out is,
It goes. It's what
I'd
foot
shoot it
artillery?
that way, Mike.
Yeah, it's foot artillery. So it gets 8 inches. So you could move it up to here.
okay, and do I take the 8 inches from the front corner here of the limber? Is that right?
Same point to same point. So if you measure from the front corner, that's where the front corner should end.
That should be right here. But the gun stays limbered at this point, right?
Unless you wish to unlimber it. Unlimbering it is free.
Oh.
I would tell you probably want it to be mobile because it only has a 6-inch range.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say keep it. I'd say keep it limbered, Mike.
Was how far the range was. So thank you.
No problem. And then your reformation area will close up with the column.
Reformation area. That word Reformation. Keep thinking the Lutheran Church.
It is a place it is an area in which they reform.
And Martin Luther stands
That's
for sola fide.
here.
What was that, Jim?
And Martin Luther stands for sola scriptura.
No.
So I've got a question on the Austrian left.
Yeah.
So I'm fully deployed. I have crossed the dense river. Because the reserve area basically sucks up to the rear wave up there, if I want to commit that artillery, am I able to move it basically from where the frontage is so I don't have to pay penalty for the river, or how does that work?
You will want to continue to move forward until you get this across. Otherwise, it has to pay for it, and artillery can't go into dense terrain.
Got it. So basically, it can't be committed right now, essentially.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. David.
Yes.
The 2nd Battalion of Spendy's infantry would like to absorb the Hussar.
Oh, you want to move that into that division? You can. So it's a leader action. You take your bonus plus his bonus.
That'd be
You're within a foot, right?
Yeah.
So no penalty for distance. You're not threatened. None of these are threatened by the enemy. And roll 2 dice. Make a 7.
On the screws.
You got 5 plus 2 makes 7.
Yeah. Okay.
So take this off the table and take the reformation area for them off the table, and they are now part of this infantry division.
I'll remove this one.
Oh, interesting. I didn't even think you.
You can do the reverse too.
Yeah, you can split them up too.
Heck with that. Join everybody together.
I'm going to split mine off into 9 separate formations just to have 9 reformation areas.
God.
All my armies shall be reformation areas.
Do that and see how it works for you.
Ooh, hey Jim, you have a bell.
Oh, neat. Well, look at that. First one of the night.
There was a bell.
It counts. I saw it.
Huzzah!
Let's climb more.
Do we have any other leader actions?
Good for me.
Good.
Not for me.
Then we're on to threat.
Assessing threat.
You guys have done this several times. Go ahead and calculate out your ranged threat.
Let's see. 1.5. Half plus 2, 2.5. 4.5.
That's a different division. Oh yeah, you still count it though, right?
Yeah. 4.7.
Yes, and he will get an additional die for that.
No, I meant for this one over here.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, he'll get an additional die for that one too.
Oh, that's
so
handy.
if he's got 3 formations targeting this one, he will organically get 3 dice regardless of the points.
Okay.
No, it's I have both my cannons forming at this one.
Yeah, same
you will get
thing.
more dice. So this is going to be that's 4.75 plus 2 against these guys.
Does this guy get the minus though? So it's part of his division.
Correct. He takes so he's going to get reduced to 0. You
Yeah.
can't go below. You can't go negative.
Yeah. So it's
But he
basically
effectively just gets you with a die.
Yeah. So it's 4.5 then plus 2.
Oh, sorry. This is 2 formations, not 3, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's 11.
And that does run. That does come down off of here too. So this is probably all at 0 at this point, isn't it?
So yeah, that's
so it'll be 0 plus 2 dice.
Yeah, 0 plus. Okay, so that is a 9. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, just I assessed him.
Takes a fatigue.
Now mine turn back at you. Hold on.
Yep.
Let's go by one.
I know these 3 at least can.
3.
And these 3, they have to go against closest in arc, so those 3 will go against the
Alright,
cap.
so this and this is only 1 then. Oh no, well, actually this one has to go closer to arc too, so alright, I can't go after you there. So
You can. You'll dink me for 1, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
All you care about there, knowing that the numbers are going to be low, all you really care is that you are causing an assessment, because then he's going to take a fatigue.
That's 1 against that. I'm gonna, don't even have to roll. Now the Cav.
The Cav you'll have to roll.
1,
because you're going to the Cav have a cohesion of 1.
3.5.
Minus plus your commander.
No, minus 2, sorry.
Minus plus the commander, that's 4.5 minus 2, so 2.5, so 2 plus a die roll.
Yep.
Ah. 4.
So 4. So the Cav go up another 4 fatigue.
And then they have to withdraw, and then they evade, right?
Yep. Then they evade, so they'll just drop back somewhere into there.
They can fit here, so I'll just drop them there.
Alright, so then I got this cannon. This is all for second. This cannon. This cannon.
Are they what was the range on this, Barry? Was it 3 inches or was it more?
3
inches.
Okay. So you'll get your commander there. He's got +2 at 3 inches, right?
Yes.
So you've got 3 points, 5 points, minus the 2 minus the 2 fatigue, knocks you down 3 points from here.
This one.
2 more.
That's what, 5?
It's 5, yeah.
Yeah,
And
you're at 5.
6, 7, and then with these 2, 8.
Minus your 3.
9, 10.
9, 10, so 7.
And you've got 1 die from here and 1 die from here.
Do they both get to 7?
It's total.
Yeah.
Oh, it's total.
If either one of them independently hits 9, they get a second die. But in the end, you add it all together. So 7 plus 7 is 14.
I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus my divisional commander. He does not seem to have a. Do they have a cohesion bonus, or am I misremembering?
He should, of 1.
Okay. So it'd be 11 to less 3. 8. So I'm just.
8.
I barely what we beat. Yep.
So it is times 1. But that is just a fatigue. You are not doubled.
I've added it. And then I go back, and this is just going to be 0.75, and I'm just going to assess him. Because, well, technically here too.
It'll be less than, it'll be 0 plus a die because of your fatigue.
Yeah. So I assess him regardless.
Yes.
Unless I roll, if I roll very well. So, well, maybe 3 plus. He's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I have 8, 9.
You got 9 plus. Yeah, you have 10. Even if I roll well, I'm not gonna get anything. So it's just an assessment. So okay, that's that.
I added the assessment.
Conversions. The Cav will do nothing because I suppose they're saying undefend.
Yeah. Let me get that.
What are these on?
I just changed them to attack.
Okay.
Same thing with these guys. Attack.
Okay. Do we have any conversions anywhere? I don't see any. Then regular movement attacks go first. So you guys have to discuss this slightly in that you're both on attack directives, right? You are both already bringing threat on each other, so you've met the minimum requirement. If you want to advance on each other, that's fine, but you're moving at the same rate. So if you both decide you're moving forward, just split the difference. If one of you is standing still, that's fine. But you are no smarter than your opponent. So don't worry about any sort of, I want to take this guy all the way out here and then bring him back like this. You guys are moving at the same time.
Okay.
You're going to get to counter that sort of thing.
Well, I want to move him in. Are you going to move? Oh, what are you doing over there?
I'm just adjusting this down here. That's all they're doing. I'm probably going to bring this guy up. And these guys are just going to punch up this way.
And since we don't have, there are no attack orders on the flanks, right?
No.
Not yet,
So
anyway.
the flanks can probably go ahead and make their moves.
Attack orders. I mean, deployed. They can move up to 8 still.
Correct.
Unless you're on the trees, which case you move less.
Right. Yeah. If you're moving these guys through this woods, they will move. They'll pay double for the woods.
And
they will halt when they exit. And double for this stream.
Yeah, they can make it easily.
Yeah, they can
They
make
got
it. Yeah.
plenty.
What's the how far do you have to stay away if you're on a move order?
You can stop your movement anywhere within you threatening them. So that's 3 inches.
Yeah.
So anywhere between more than 0 and 3 inches, you may choose to stop.
Morning, Stephen.
What's that?
Oh, just greeting somebody who popped in the chat.
Sorry, Chronon. I mean, couldn't see
No
it.
worries.
Yeah, Rob.
You have to, Robert, you have to halt if you are threatened, but no one's looking at you, so you're not going to be threatened.
Did you say this is halved, Chrono?
Yeah, because that's bad terrain. Then you stop when you exit the woods.
Oh.
Yeah, so the farthest that this battalion will get is right here.
And yeah, this guy has to stop like as soon as he clears there, so they're kind of staggered.
I'll keep them together. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. So these guys are going to start deploying now. They're not moving.
What's the modifier for this again?
Half.
For the stream, it is, yeah, you pay double. Every inch costs 2 when you're deployed.
You have one last guy to deploy. That's free, you said, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is this active?
It is.
Oh, then they should move. Then there is an attack order on the flanks. They should go before Robert does.
OJ,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
away you go.
So I need to. Okay, so do I move in this formation? Do I still move as normal?
You choose a regulating unit that can either be it can be any deployed stand, or the column as a whole.
Okay.
And it has to comply with the order, which is to bring threat on the enemy. So it has to move as best it can to come at least within 3 inches of the enemy, because that's where the infantry skirmish. Now, when you hit this, you halt because it's dense terrain.
Boom. All right. And then the artillery can move up at the same time, right?
It can. It has 8 inches of movement, and if you want, it can unlimber. Unlimbering is free. It can do that anywhere during the course of its move.
All right.
And then the column has to move up to be cohesive. So you might, for instance, swing the column up this direction so that when you deploy, you lengthen your line.
Gotcha. So something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can take it farther if you want. You've got 8.
Well, I've actually only got 4 because half the columns crossing.
Oh,
Ford's
coming
back
across
there, right?
the stream. Yeah, Ford. Yeah. No, you're right. Good catch. Someone should really build you a bridge back there.
Call it Pegasus Bridge.
Yes, as the guy who drew the map.
Hey, it's the Bavarian town. If they wanted a bridge there, they would have put a bridge there.
Sorry, let me tell you. I gave the map to the Turk, and he gave it back to me in 3 dimensions.
Yeah, it looks lovely. This is a nice looking battle vista.
Mm-hmm. I'm just enjoying running around taking pictures. So.
Does it look like a map painting to you, Jim?
It does.
Now, do the other 2 divisions also move at the same time, or just the one because of its attack order?
It is by directive. So the attack order moves, and then once all attacks have moved, everyone else does. Anybody who's supporting the attack,
Is
the
part of that
attacker
attack.
moves with
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Gotcha. And then this other one can move.
And my horses continue to run. Oh, no, they're already out of.
They should be a foot away, wouldn't they be?
Yeah, if they're outside of a foot, you can move them away from the enemy more if you want, but you don't have to.
Not quite.
Once they are outside of a foot, it becomes optional.
A whole inch.
Yeah, I moved.
Cohesion is how far?
1.5 inches.
1.5 inches.
Approximately 1 base, just over.
The Bavarians are about to have their own private little war.
With the cohesion.
All right, Colorette's done.
Okay.
Who's still working?
No, I'm still
I'm
working.
all done.
And these bows. Oh, they already moved.
So, Robert, for the 2nd Division 4 Corps, who is your regulating unit?
4 Corps
Second
would be.
Where everyone's hands are gathering.
Yeah.
And that guy moved 8 inches?
He moved from back here through the town.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, had he contacted the town?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, then he moves through it at half, and when he exits it, he halts because the town is dense terrain.
Follow.
Which is a great way to say I really don't want to go forward. So
yeah,
I'm going to choose
that's
the
exactly
slowest.
It. That's I'm curious.
The slowest, most encumbered unit to lead the way.
Yeah, yeah. Especially given where his objective is.
It's the divisional level decision of I'm going to give that job to Bob because he's lazy and unlikely to do it.
Right.
I resemble that remark.
I didn't even think about Robert and Bob. I was picking Bob as a generic.
Well,
sorry, Robert.
Well, that's okay because my name is Rob or Robert.
Not Bob.
My mother used to say if she wanted a Bob, she would have called me Bob.
What about Bobby?
Bobby.
Mother Mary would like everyone to know that he is currently unlimbered. It was free, and boy, oh boy, wait till he ploys. Context is everything, people.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm done with movement.
Is deployment done?
No. These guys automatically.
After you have moved, you should deploy. These guys might want to.
But why would
Oh, now I can, but I have to
Yes.
roll, right? 2d6.
Yes.
Yes.
2 divided by 2, 5,
You're gonna
7.
get
You moved full, right?
Yes.
Because you moved until you had to stop.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
yeah, that's
are. Yeah, so you're +1, -3 for a net -2, and that's probably it. So 2d6 -2 divide by half.
Okay, so 5, 3, 1.
So you get
2 total.
You get the 2, Mike.
Yeah.
Answer your question, Ian. Yes, actually, a lot of people have shot at each other. That's what that ranged threat assessment is.
Can't really go anywhere, but okay, do that.
When you saw those,
so does this one? Since he can't really reach in line, does he just stay back in the column, or is that kind of moving up?
No, that's part of the deploy. He stays there, then this guy goes in front of the column again.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, that's fine. Thanks.
Deployment often does not result in you looking pretty. It just results in you getting out of the column. And then when you move, you choose your regulating unit in part to allow everybody else to form up.
Makes sense.
I might as well try this nonsense.
Ooh, we're up to 25.
Yeah, folks tend to roll in as we head as the day enters the night. Everybody got their deployments done?
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm.
All that's done.
All right.
Okay, then we are on to Leader Fate.
Leader Fate!
And is Bernadotte's lead artillery within 6 of any of these Austrians over
Yes.
here?
Yep.
Okay.
But
So this guy will have to check.
start here and move to the right.
Yeah, practically everybody in the middle has to check.
Man, you've been
Are
rolling
the
it down.
guys on this flank within 3 of each other?
I don't
Which
think
one?
so. Here? Not quite.
No.
They're getting there.
Okay.
They're getting there.
No leader fate checks there. The Austrian left remains quiet. Busy, but quiet.
Eerily quiet.
Looks like everybody made it.
Then we are on to threat. So it is artillery and everyone at contact.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I have to roll for? Oh no, I didn't because I'm outside of 3.
Yeah.
So which one y'all want to do?
We do this one, I guess. Once we're here.
And Bernadotte, you are going to cause Robert's 2nd Division to take a fatigue.
Oh, just
No matter what you roll, you will not cause more than 1.
Where's
I
his
think
roll
this
number,
number got
Robert? Is it?
No, it's that one. Yeah, that's it. What
Right.
the hell did we do?
Yeah, keep him next to him, man.
Well, that's my. I'm sorry.
Need a well-ordered battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, you said cannons can't be above 3, right? Even if it's like 2 cannons?
Oh no, it's the whatever their total threat is. So if you've got 1 battery and its threat is 2, then it can't raise the enemy's fatigue above 2. If you've got 6 batteries and their add together threat is 18, then the cap is 18. Does that follow?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So 3 there.
Also, if there are, yeah.
So that's 7.
Also, since you're in contact, that removes the cap. It's if there's only artillery.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So you're in contact with them. So you've got infantry and artillery are both contributing threat this step.
So Ron,
All right.
So there is no cap.
So Ron, let's
So we'll
go
do this
over
one over here first.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, and again, this is me checking because I'm still trying to. This is the part I don't get. 1, 2, 3 guys are in contact for the French. Each of them is throwing 3 threat.
Yes.
So I count now.
And it looks like are they all in that stream?
I think
No, it's just this one.
Just the one on the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that one is halved.
Okay, so that's 7.5 by my count.
Oh,
And anybody else, Ron, you got there that you think is eligible here?
No, that's not in contact. No.
All right.
You added the
And then
formation
we go
commander.
here, we grab him, and his threat at that is 1, so that's 8.5. And I'm assuming that's him there. So 8.5 drops to 5.5 And a single die, correct?
Yeah,
8.5.
because he did not hit 9.
All right, I'm following along so far. I got to do Chronos next. I think. Ooh, 14.5.
Ooh.
Let's
And how
see.
much cohesion do the Austrians
A
have?
fair question.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And this guy
Minus
here.
fatigue.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be 8 then.
8.
So they just missed doubling?
Yes.
Was it 14 to 8?
Yep.
Yep.
So the Austrians will have 1 combat loss to roll off, and they will take 1 fatigue.
Okay.
But they should do theirs back to the French before we apply that.
Before we do that, I realize he is not in these trees, but if he were in these trees, his cohesion would drop to that half, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So yes, there will be a combat test there. So now I'm going to count again, but now I'm going to count Austrians. And I see that there are 1, 2, 3 Austrians, all in contact, none in rough terrain. At contact, they are a 3. A 3. So that would be 9.
Yep.
And I see over here a gun. And that gun at this range is shooting at these guys here.
Should be a 2.
So 9 adds 2. Well, it's 2 no matter what, right? Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
So that's 11 minus 1, which is...
Don't forget the commander.
Yes.
So it stays 11.
So it stays at 11. What do we say about 11?
And for your edification, Jim, this division commander does not have any ranged threat bonus, but let's pretend he did. He would get that for this as well.
Oh,
so let's say
nasty.
if the artillery is at 3 inches and the infantry is at contact, and he has a 3-inch threat and a 0-inch threat, he would add both.
Ooh. Nasty.
But we see an 11. So what does that tell us?
Yes. They get 2 dice plus 11.
2 dice plus... quite saucy.
You get one die against a target organically, and then you get a second die or an additional die for every 9 points.
For every 9. Got it.
All right. I'm going to roll it. 16.
How much cohesion do the... Ooh. And hold on. We need to add something more.
Oh, that's right. We forgot these guys.
Oh, then I gotta add these guys then.
Yeah.
No.
These
guys are fighting against this formation. We rolled against the target. So the Austrians should add another 3 points, 5 points, 6 points, minus whatever that fatigue is.
Is it 4?
4.
So they're going to add 2 more points, but they're going to add 1 more die. So you were at 16.
Plus
you are
2 is
at
18.
17, 18 plus 1 more die.
20. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I have 12.
8,
13.
Plus these guys, these 2.
I counted that 13 total.
But you guys in the woods?
Yep.
Yes, 13.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all halved. This guy is halved. This guy in the stream, yeah, these guys are halved.
Those are lights. So
No, these guys are lights. Never mind. The lights aren't halved, they're lights.
Yeah.
So you've got 4 stands at half, so that's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, minus... That was 3 fatigue when we started this phase?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you're at 9 cohesion? Yeah. So you are doubled. The French the worst result is applied first. So the French have to apply theirs first since they were doubled and the Austrians were not, correct?
Correct.
So pick a stand that's in contact with the enemy and roll a die. The target number is the multiplier you got. So 2 or better is good for you. 1 is bad.
I got a 6.
Then it just falls back an inch and a half or behind a friend. Take another stand, do the same thing. You have to do 2 of them because you were doubled. If you were tripled, you'd have to do 3.
The unsupported one has to go first.
What's that?
The unsupported one has to go first.
Ooh, yes. Good call. You have to do unsupported ones before you do supported ones.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. That's neat.
The weaker part of the line has to give ground first.
So
they just go back.
Yeah, it would just fall back.
Actually, that works out much better for Ron in some respects.
Yes, it actually raises his cohesion.
Mm-hmm.
So a second,
and it was it should be.
Oh no,
it should be the guy.
Oh, I rolled the one. My second roll.
Yeah. So one of those guys has to bugger off.
So roll a die, 2 or better, he just falls back.
No. This is he's already failed. Oh yeah, no, he already failed, David.
Yes.
Oh, he failed one?
Yeah.
Okay, so it has to be one of these 2 because they have to be in contact with the enemy.
Yep, that's right. Thank you.
And he goes to the Reformation area.
No zip sorting bin.
How's that interact with this
makes
fight?
sense.
I have a question. How's that going to interact with this fight?
So
he stay there?
We're doing this slightly out of order in that we just kind of went all the way through this, but these guys are still here for the purpose of resolving this.
Okay, that's what I figured. But
yeah.
So how much we should, before we forget, how much to fatigue does each side take?
The French here took 2. The Austrians took 1, and the Austrians do have to apply a combat loss.
Yes.
All right. Do I have to roll for it, or they just fall back because there's nothing?
You can't. You only took 1 fatigue. You can't roll less than a 1.
Okay, so they retreat.
So you just pick 1, and it will fall back. Has to be someone in contact with the enemy.
I'll do it.
So yep, one of those 2.
Nice.
So then we got this fight here,
which is also somewhat messy. So
yeah, it's basically the reverse.
Yeah.
So the French have got 3 points for the guy who was there.
Yep.
6 points.
Yep.
What's this at? That's within 3, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3 points, 6 points, 9 points.
And then this one's also within 3.
Hold on. Finish counting this division first.
Yeah.
So 3 points, 6 points, 9 points, 10 points for contact, 12 points for the ranged, minus the fatigue.
3.
Brings it down to, what was it before that?
3.
It was 3. So it brings it down to 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got 9 points on the right. What you got coming in from the left?
That's 3, so that's...
Yep.
2. And then these guys are 3 apiece, so that's 6.
Right. So artillery only says 2. So
7, 8.
No, it's 2, 3, 2.
Yeah, but 2 is the contact, right?
Yeah.
No. It's 2, 3, 2. So at long range it's 2.
Yeah.
And at 3 inches it's 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, so that's 9.
Yes. 10, 11, 12 for your commander.
Yes. Minus 4. Bring me down to 8.
Oh, he just missed an extra die.
So you've got 17 plus 3 dice between the 2 divisions.
Ooh, this is gonna hurt.
Not that bad.
26. That's not bad.
26 is pretty. What's the cohesion on the Austrians?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 minus 4.
You counted these 2?
I believe I did. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 minus 4 is 7.
That's 3 times.
So 3 times, yeah.
Yeah, 3
that
times.
Is tripled. What are you doing? So you're tripled. What are you doing back to the French? Just over here, because we already resolved over there.
This is 3 divided by 2. Because we're hacking into a built-up area. It looks like.
Yep.
So that's 4.5 plus 1 is 5.5 minus fatigue is 1. So I'm just assessing them.
So the French take a fatigue, and the Austrians have to apply 3 fatigue and 3 combat losses, which you could apply here.
Yep.
And you have to do the unsupported first. So this guy will probably stand there. And
yep. So I have to roll.
Those
for him,
3
right?
will suffer it. Yep.
Trying to get first one. I'm gonna go left to right here. Trying to get 3 or above.
Correct. Ooh, just falls back.
Next guy makes it.
Just falls back.
Contact has to be in contact.
Yeah,
Oh,
that guy was.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, he was. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And this guy. Ooh, got away with
Just
that one.
falls back to somewhere around there.
That's like the best outcome you could have right there.
No kidding.
Now, do we have any other? Doesn't look like it. So we don't have any other combats to resolve for threat assessment. We do our status checks. So compare the amount of fatigue to the amount of cohesion.
I'm over half at this point, so I think I'm withdrawing.
If you hit half or more, they withdraw and you move a half move away. If you are at 100%, you retreat and move a half move away.
That include the gun, or the gun stay where it is?
You just hit withdraw, right?
Yes.
You have options.
Oh, I see.
You may let's see, on a withdraw, committed unlimbered batteries may limber and move to remain cohesive, or may remain unlimbered and not move. It is the controlling player's choice.
All right.
So if you want to leave that there in order to try and hold the gap open, you can. If you want to make sure that you save your gun, you can limber it up and pull it back.
I'm gonna move these guys and see what happens.
If you leave him there, the division won't be able to recover fatigue because he'll still be threatened.
Yeah.
Also true.
So I'm gonna limber. He's gonna abscond. To the rear.
Things were looking so promising for the Austrians in the center there for a little while.
Yeah.
It's not the end by any
no.
stretch, but it is a setback. The problem for the French now is you've got fresh Austrians coming in, and they are very worn in the center. Did that give you a clearer picture, Jim?
It did. It did. I'll need to do it a bunch more times, but that's the first step.
Yeah, I got a pretty clear picture of how that's run too. I mean, I was jumping ahead, so I apologize, but yeah, that actually seems. I like it.
The headline version is you're comparing your threat to their cohesion and looking for multiples.
And the multiples is what gives them their fatigue, and also determines how many you have to roll off. I get it.
And the target number for rolling.
And the target number for rolling. Yes, that actually makes sense. The multiples for everything. The roll off, the fatigue, and yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And the question comes up, what happens if I have to roll the multiple or higher in order for a unit not to rout. What happens if I get hit like those French Cav did, where the multiple is like double digits? The answer is you can't roll double digits, so they just rout.
Makes sense. I got you, Jim, when we do it again.
All right, that's that.
Should this be further forward, Ron?
Now, 6 inches.
Oh wow, man! Okay, thank you.
6 inches on the sport is actually deceptively long.
Yeah, I was as big as this table is. Yeah, wow. Okay.
And it's because see right there.
No, it's quite right. You're quite right. Thank you. I think that's all the combats and all the assessments and all the people going away.
Conversions. Do we have any?
I convert to defend.
What's my support? Can I convert it, or does it say as it is?
These guys here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can totally convert them. Do you want to convert them to attack or defend? And do you want to know the implications?
I would love to hear the implications, just for the folks at home and for me.
For the benefit of the people at home.
So, if you convert them to defend, then they are now on defend, and that's where they are. If you convert them to attack, since they have an enemy within for infantry, 3 inches and 45 degrees, you may move to contact right now with anything that meets that criteria. And it will restart the combat phase for those 2 divisions.
Ooh, interesting.
So you can prolong the turn by feeding stuff into the fight. Imagine if either one of you still had cavalry that was useful.
I think I'm gonna go for it. Let's gamble a bit.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, 45 and 3 inches. So any stands that start within 45 and 3 inches may move to contact with the enemy. It's your discretion, so you probably want to bring in as much as you can.
Even with the heavy woods?
He does have to pay. Ooh. Now you're making me double check what I just read. Does he have to pay for it?
That's screwy, because I had to stop at the end of mine.
Well, yes, but you also didn't have a 3-inch limit.
You could also write in errata right now, Austrians don't have to pay for the heavy, dense woods.
Yeah, they're special.
One moment, I have to check and make sure it's consistent with how Cav is written. Yes, it is explicit. You may move to contact with them. You have to take each stand has to take the most direct path.
So this guy can pop up like that. This guy, I think only one of these guys is gonna make it. Because the other guy is gonna block. This guy can come up like that.
Yep, that's legit. Any part of his front edge contacts, it's contact.
And this guy can come like this.
He'd be in the river.
Yeah. I'll leave that out because I don't think it's worth it.
You could go to here.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
I think that's all you get, though.
Yeah.
The real bonus is that you're restarting the combat phase, and you're going to cost your opponent another assessment.
Okay.
It's commonly not actually about how much you bring, but how often.
Yeah. So I guess we'll do it again.
Leader fate for those 2 divisions.
Oh,
Spinoza guy.
all right, Chrono. How many you got?
Let's see. I count 12 plus the gun is 14 plus the commander is 15 minus 2 is 13.
Plus 2 dice.
do your thing.
18.
Ron, what you got?
I got 3, 6, 9.
Plus your commander.
Plus my commander, which is...
Just 1.
1. So 10 minus 5. I got plus 5.
Plus 1 die. What the Austrians have? Net
18.
18. You hitting for 10,
You got 10.
Yeah, 10.
Okay. Let me see.
Compare each of those to your cohesion. Don't forget to subtract fatigue. And you don't just get everybody who's in the fight. You get everybody who's cohesive.
Yep. I have 6.5 cohesion. 6.
Ooh.
I don't quite get doubled, so.
I have 7. So it's double.
Yeah, Ron is doubled, and Chrono is exceeded but not doubled.
French have to apply their combat losses first. Go ahead and bump up your fatigue by 2.
Done.
Unsupported have to go first, so you have to do this stand, and then you'll get to choose whether you want which one of those to roll for.
You got it. You're the
And it
unsupported.
is 2 or better, and they just fall back.
Yes.
So he falls back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We'll do this one.
And he just pops behind him.
And I take a fatigue and have to combat.
Yes, there's still a contact, so you have to apply it.
Let's pop him back this way.
If the French had broken contact by applying theirs, you would not have to apply any.
Got it. And that's where we end, it looks like. Oh, wait. I think they maybe had to convert to withdraw.
I strongly
now.
suspect that's at 50%. Yeah.
Status check.
Yes, it's 50 over 50%. I have 13 units left.
Not 100 though. Yep.
Yeah.
They will convert to withdraw, and they do a retrograde move at half.
Interesting things happening in the center.
Yeah, that's a little tip here and a little tap there.
Having a fresh division that you can throw in at a key moment is very important.
From my own experience there, like, I think what tipped this was I managed to put a little bit of hurt on these guys' artillery before they came into contact, and I was able to deploy my gun to support.
Yep.
That 2 threat gave me that little bit of extra threat I needed to get the extra die. And to be fair, this attack coming in here did help push these guys back. So
Very much a mirror match in the center.
There's suddenly a big old half-mile wide no man's land.
these guys,
And- Go ahead.
7th Leger over here on the French left is like, wait a minute, we were winning. Wait a minute.
I don't understand why.
And the big problem for both of you at the moment, it's not as much of a problem for the Austrians because they've got Robert coming in here. But the big problem for both sides is that locally neither one has a whole lot left to push with where they need it. Right? The French are fresher over here, but they're kind of bottled in by Robert. The Austrians are fresher over here, but they don't have anything to really pounce on this.
Yep.
All right.
Imagine if you each had some light cav that you could use right now.
Yeah. Dang, that'd be crazy.
I mean, it wasn't. I would still say it was a pretty good hit, though, if you think about
It
it.
was. No, it was a very good play. That is end of turn. Don't forget to drop these of fatigue.
Does that include people who fought this turn, or do they have to have not been threatened at all for the turn?
They have to have not been threatened for the turn, and the only participants in this second combat phase are the participants.
Okay.
So these guys over here did not experience that second combat phase.
Okay, so that means these guys too also drop.
Do not drop.
Do not drop.
Because this turn they fought
against
this.
Got it. Okay, I'm good.
And then I believe we were on top of turn
12.
12.
Does this withdraw convert into a defend then? Because he's out of area outside of threat?
Which one? Ping it. No, because it moved this turn, and nobody else experienced that.
That's right.
Except the participants.
Well, didn't the withdraw happen during the status recovery phase? So during the conversion step, they would have converted to defend?
You only perform one conversion per phase.
Got it. Okay, cool. Whether it's mandatory or voluntary.
Correct.
Got it.
So, turn 12, activation of orders. Has anybody got any pending ones that they want to roll to activate?
Correction, it's turn 11.
Over here.
Yeah, I gotta do one for his objectives.
Yes, please.
+2.
Where's your leader,
Got it.
Grim? Oh God,
Nice.
he's like 20 miles away. Meow.
Sweet.
Woo!
Then I will
-4.
activate my pending order.
So it's just a straight up roll.
I'll probably activate that order.
You don't got...
One.
You got your +3, don't you?
+2.
No, but it's -4. I'm over 48 inches.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. It's +3, +1, -4. Yeah.
Oh, whew. That worked.
Nope.
Delayed by 2.
5, 6, 7.
Do mark the turn and do mark the delay, because it will happen automatically in 2 turns.
Yep. I'm putting it on... I'm going to put it right on the marker.
So that means I can't swap these,
You
right?
can, but you don't want to, because bad things will happen. You can activate that order, but you don't want to because your objective hasn't changed.
Okay.
So, to get this one going,
You roll on a straight +2, I think. Oh, +3, because you got your div commander right here. And they're within...
He's a +1, he's a +1. So yeah,
He rolled
+2.
11, so he's fine.
He makes it. So watching the timing of things, Jim, do you think that ECMO would be easy to execute for the French or difficult?
Just
the historical coordination.
Yeah, I mean, that's... It's one of those things that playing a well-written set of rules teaches. Yeah, this was actually hard.
Jimmy, you have 30 viewers.
I see
If
that.
I want to relimber my artillery in the command phase, can I attempt to do that, or do I have to wait till movement?
Yes, it is a leader action, so it is the same as any other command test. One thing to be mindful of in the center here is everybody's got a bunch of fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
You'll notice on the quick reference guide in the command test, fatigue to cohesion ratio of 25%, 1 to 4, is a -1. 30% is a -2. 50% is a -3, and so on.
All right. I believe they're -1 currently, so I will...
okay, I'm gonna try and get that artillery back. Yeah.
Well, there's one thing that this tells you. It tells you how much of a wizard Berthier was.
Oh yeah.
So we're on movements, right?
Nope, not yet.
Oh, no,
Nope,
yet.
we are on
Doing commands.
command phase.
Commands and orders.
Phase.
So activate any orders that you like or have and wish to. Issue any new ones for next turn. Do any leader actions that you need to.
All right, now I can do my artillery. So that'll be
One of the only command combinations that can get you more than +3 command bonus in this is if Berthier is with Napoleon.
As it should be.
oh yeah, sweet. So playing for the distance, so I can move 6 basically. Oh yeah, that'll get me. Yeah, that'll do it. So I'll go.
I like your appropriate noise making.
What's that?
I like your noise making there.
Oh, yeah. Here we go, guys.
But speaking of, I'm going to look to deploy them.
Oh, commit your artillery? Good call.
Yeah.
You definitely should.
It's to the gun, isn't it?
No, you're correct, to the commander.
Okay, so you.
I'll be right back.
You should make it pretty easy. And they get a full movement. So
But they're slowed, aren't they?
Oh, are you at a...
I'm on a
You're at
road.
a forward, correct?
Yeah, I'm at a forward.
Yeah, so yes, you're right. They'll only get 4 inches because of the forward.
Damn, infernal lag.
Yeah, you're around 200 ping.
Well, in fairness, he is in England.
It takes a while to get here.
Yeah.
I'm told it is a distance.
Can I only do 1 divisions?
No, you may do them until you fail one.
Okay, I'll attempt to do this one then.
That one you do not get.
Take it.
It's a steady rate, Kenneth. One of the key pieces is you're not, this is one of the rules that Sam Mustafa has in Blucher is the ability to you get 1 free super speedy move of your reserves. If there was, for whatever reason, perhaps it was a timed release or whatever it might be, or maybe they had just left them in reserve back here in the Egmul area, if they had done that, those guys would be marching along the roads, making their way just like everybody else.
The closest thing to that in this is the reserve directive can convert to any other directive.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to worry about timing a die roll. If you've got a division, if Lon had a division sitting to his rear on reserve, he wouldn't have to worry about issuing a new directive, waiting a turn, and hoping to make his roll to give him action. He could just say they convert, now they're on move, or now they're on attack, or whatever.
Right.
So it doesn't get you any faster movement, but it gets you moving faster.
Everybody got your orders out?
Nope.
Yep.
All right.
Was that a yes and a no from Robert?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's a yep.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. All right. Orders are in.
Movement? Are we on to the movement movements
Yep.
phase?
There's all kinds of crazy people with attack orders.
Yeah.
I have a withdraw.
First thing is ranged threat.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
So Bernadotte's artillery will go off, and Robert will go up one more fatigue.
Plink.
Lon's artillery is in range and arc, so first division of Carl will go up one more fatigue.
Plink.
Bavarians will take a fatigue.
Would you look at that?
Depending on his cohesion, might I actually be worth rolling?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
They're in
7.
They're deployed in dense terrain and on the river.
Oh yeah, these are on the stream. 1, 2,
He's got
3,
Leger up there, but
4, 5, 6. You won't double him.
So okay,
The best you will get is 1.
I'm gonna see if I get that one. No, I did not.
It was worth it.
Thankfully, they always take at least 1.
I think there's musket
And you've
fire
got
there.
Robert's coming into Lon's.
With 2, I think. No, 1. It's gonna be 1, so it's just gonna assess it, I think.
Yeah, 1 point. It'll just be an assessment,
got it.
but it's continuing to wear them out. What are they up to now?
6.
6.
Ooh, yes. Fatigue. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Holy crap.
Good man.
They're very close to having to withdraw there.
Okay, then I think we are on to conversions. Do we have any? These withdrew, right? They are no longer
Yes.
threatened. They convert to defend.
Ah, there we go. Okay, that makes sense then.
These are on attack.
Yes.
Do they want to convert to withdraw? They are threatened. They may.
Yes.
Go ahead, and they perform a half move right now.
I want you to perform it, Ron. Mere movement is insufficient. I expect performance.
These Bavarians, they're on defend.
Yes.
If you want, you probably don't, but defend that's threatened can convert to a draw. So if you wanted to, you could pull them backwards.
Yeah, no.
I'm thinking you don't want to. Oh, and a small goofy thing is, your Reformation area here should snug up.
But don't they have to stay where they were?
Well, so this whole ploid column has to stay attached. So yeah, if that's where it is, then these guys can't be up here.
Oh, okay.
They can't move away from it because it's connected to them. The only way that they
confused me wholly.
So the only way that they get out of that column is to deploy.
Yeah.
And then they have to the deployed units have to maintain the 6 inches to it, or daisy chain off of each other.
So I couldn't even move that artillery.
So the artillery you committed, it can move out, but the column should have been at the head of the artillery, right?
Yes.
So the artillery would have been contacting the Reformation area, and the column, the infantry column, would have been at the head of the artillery. So this column should be back here. And then you moved the artillery out when you committed it, which is fine. and this snugs up to mark the back of the column.
Okay, so that is like the exception for.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, when you commit things out of reserve, the Reformation area tightens up that space.
It should all be back there, but then.
I'm sorry, I need to be moving.
And you've got to make your deployed units.
We're not moving yet, Mike.
Nope. Okay. Sorry. I heard him say moving up. That's why I was thinking.
Sorry, we're cleaning up stuff on the right.
No problem. I just. And I
Hey,
saw
there's
Ron
deployed units up.
saw Ron's hand running around here. I thought he was looking for me to be moving something.
No, I was just looking. Sorry,
Yeah.
Mike.
No, you're okay. I was just a combination.
And then, so, oops. Is the one you're holding deployed?
These were both deployed.
Okay. So he marks the head of your column. And then if you just go like that, then everything is legal on that division.
Yep.
And then you could rearrange things a little bit here to also make that legit.
Problem is the terrain here is really messing with me.
So we did conversions. Did you guys finish yours in the center?
Yeah.
Yes.
One I did not catch, it would have happened at the bottom of the last turn, is Rob's division on the right here, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They are unmoved, correct?
correct.
And they are threatened. They convert to defend.
Okay,
There you go.
problem solved.
You wanted them there to cover your right flank, right?
Yes. No, I can't remember. Are they stuck where they're at?
Their Reformation area is stuck where it's at, and any given stand either has to daisy chain off of someone within 6 or has to be within 6.
So this right here is like your. Well, you have to have. Once you daisy chain-
Someone. Yeah.
So
Yeah, but what I'm
go within.
this
I'm
guy's
answering-
here, so you could shift all these guys this way and leave this
Yeah.
guy here, or swing them all back like this or whatever. But they can move
That's
around inside that bubble.
That's what I'm asking.
All right.
If Cav drops back, do these trees in front of the infantry block that cannon?
Good catch. It would be it's dense terrain.
Yeah.
It reduces the distance that they can fire by.
They could still catch the Cav, I think.
Can they, if they've got anything within 45 degrees and 6 inches, it won't make a difference. Yeah, okay. But for your
If they were to drop back here, then they're out.
They can only go into an inch and a half of that dense terrain. So if you move that Cav out of the way subsequently, they won't have a target anymore.
Gotcha.
They would though.
Oh, I might have to move some of the infantry too.
Yeah.
They'll move.
But yeah, they only get an inch and a half visibility into that dense terrain. Are we on to regular moves? Have we completed all of our conversions?
I should say so.
Yes.
Okay. Attacks move first. Who have we got on an attack? We've got one on the French left. We've got one in the Austrian center. We've got
I switched them up in my orders phase. They were sitting on a defend order. I activated it.
Oh, okay. So we've got Rob's. And they are just paying double for that stream. Rob.
Oh, just for the stream?
Just for the stream. So whatever the amount of stream they're crossing is, double it, and they've got the rest of their movement. They probably have enough movement to hit the French if they want to.
Yeah, it was 2 inches there. Oh, yeah, it's like 1.5 inches. So.
What are we hearing?
Oh, that's my daughter. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
She's special needs, and she.
No worries. I didn't know if somebody had some random audio playing.
No, that's like one of the few sounds she makes.
So for my attack, I do have to move forward, right?
You have to at least bring threat. So if
I'm already
at the moment you are threatening his division, so you don't have to do anything more.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
You may, the likelihood is he's going to pull out of that gun.
Yeah, so you may want to move up, Mike.
Okay. And this major river here, though, that cuts my movement by how much?
Are those Leger? Your Leger just pay double. Your line halt when they hit it. They pay double until they get across, and they halt again on the other side.
Okay.
Even if they say he takes his column and goes over the bridge.
The column will use the bridge and ignore the stream.
Got you. All right. Yeah, when we get over here, that's fine. I was just asking while.
Well, you're on an attack directive, right? So you should be going right now.
Oh, okay.
So this guy's.
They should cross, right?
No, Mike, you got to go back. It doesn't work that way. This guy.
Okay.
These guys aren't defend.
He goes.
Remember?
He goes up to the river and stops.
Okay.
Because he's not lights.
These guys pay double.
Okay. So it's not treated as one formation. It's treated
it's different. Each battalion is different. You only got 3 Leger.
Okay.
Yeah, so once you're deployed, all of the different each battalion does its own.
So it costs you, instead of a 1/2 inch, it costs you 2, or 1, I should say. So you then
but he said that once you cross, then you stop.
No,
that's these guys.
These guys, Mike.
Okay, I heard him. I knew that you stopped when you got to the river. I thought he said you stop also after you get all the way across.
That's just line, not Leger.
Yes, you do, but only with the line troops. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying, Jim?
You can go up to 7 because
you've got
7 1 inch.
You've got 7 inches basically.
Okay. I can make contact there, but I don't know that I really want to. Or I have to because I'm on the attack.
You don't have to. You have to go with a musket range.
Is 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, skirmishing is at 3 inches.
As soon as I get across the river, I'm at 3. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to get closer than that. You may.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, you want to hit them because you still have like more than half your division.
Stopped here. I don't do anything with this unit that was deploying.
No, they can still move. You can move up to the river. Move up to the river.
I meant, Ron. Do I do that now or does
yes.
it?
Yes.
You do it all now.
Okay.
It's all on the attack move.
Yep.
Got there. Okay. And then the column moves at the appropriate time.
And then you can.
no, they're in the attack, so they can move now too.
They're part of the attack move, so.
Right.
And say through the horse out of support.
Okay. I'm slow, but I get it sometimes. Eventually. Maybe. Then we change rules, and then I forget it all.
Well, that's why I had you playing Bernadotte. Ah, yes, back to Bernadotte.
Someone in the chat, there are a couple guys debating whether or not this has any relationship to Legacy of Glory.
It does.
And
it actually does.
About 15 years ago or so, this started as a home rewrite of Legacy of Glory. It doesn't. It includes sort of the top level concepts of that at this point, but not a whole lot else. But once upon a time, the goal was not to make a product for other people, but just to make a copy of Legacy of Glory that we were able to actually navigate and find answers in. And the result instead was a completely different product.
With this other column that's with just a move order, waits until
they will go after all the attacks have completed.
Yep. Did we, just to be clear while everybody's cleaning up things, we said that this unit here, can they go up this direction to cross to reach that objective, or they have to cross back over this way?
Where is their objective right now is here?
Yep.
Yes.
They can continue following that road until it stops leading them closer. So I would guess that's approximately there.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought.
What if, like, if there's like since that's a whatever that terrain is,
dense
what
terrain,
if there's a bridge up ahead or a fort up ahead you could use?
Yes, good point. You can avoid bad terrain until you have a route over. So one, you've got one here, but it's bottlenecked, and your other one is there. So yes, you could go to.
So I could.
You could go to that far one on the basis that that's my way to avoid the bad terrain of the river.
Okay, thank you.
How many scenarios they got for March Attack Red? Just curious.
I've never played March Attack.
Hey, Andrew. There's not much reason for it to exist. It's another one of those rules that just there's not much reason for. There are things that do what it does better.
Well, I mean, that's 98% of all.
Yeah, but I mean, for example, ESR has its space, LaSalle has its space. I even think Empire has its space, to tell you the whole truth, if that's really what you want to dive into. And certainly, games like Blue Card, they're each doing something different. But Andrew's right. This game is its own beast. That is a truth. I've made this point. Nope. Fact, Red. Just facts. Sorry. Cope. Hold on to your blankie. March Attacks is abandonware.
Jeez.
Go out there and find me all those scenarios with everybody playing it. No, it's and I've told David this. I believe him. He is a man of truth and honor. The game, the only thing that I've ever seen that's close to ESR is Patty Griffith's divisional game from Napoleonic Wargaming for Fun.
I don't think I've ever even read that.
It's a
I think I have a copy.
It's a fat.
I think I have a copy of that in my library.
Yeah, read the divisional game. I'm not saying they aren't radically different from each other too, but in concept, I find strong similarities. In Patty's game, each one of these bases is a lead block, a Kriegspiel block.
Jeff Knutson did a tactical game called Napoleonic Command.
Yeah.
And it's a very different implementation, and it's a tactical game. But conceptually, it has a lot of similarities to this.
Okay.
He did that before I did this, and I did this before I learned his game. But so we came to the similar conclusions independently.
Great minds.
Oh. Red. never mind. This is your. This gun belongs to these guys.
Watch the woods. And we are finishing regular moves, right?
Yep, we should be working our way through regular moves.
Attack moves are done, and we are on regular ones.
There's only 2 guys left to deploy here, so I'm just going to deploy them.
That's fine. In the center here, after Rob moves to contact with you, as he did, these guys are on defend, correct?
They're on withdraw.
No, I don't think they only can convert once, and that was withdraw.
They convert to, oh, yeah, okay, so they're on withdraw. Okay, never mind then. I was going to tell you could move units to contact with him if you wanted to push more into the fight, but on a withdrawal you can't, and you're right in the order of events. That just happened.
No, Kenneth, I will just continue to mock nonsensical games that nobody needs. I will subject them to open derision. Those who know me know that my day job is political, and so I never, ever...
That's still, you have to do a command roll to deploy it.
Oh, do I?
Yep.
Never mind.
So I'm gonna. It's normal moves, right? I'm starting to doze off a bit.
Yep.
Oh no, you already had that deployed. That was just moving, right?
Yeah, yeah, because he.
Yeah,
I remember them earlier.
Yeah, unlimbering's free. You're right.
There's nothing I can move over here. So.
Yeah, you're kind of that was sort of the point that, it's what happened when Dalinar gave you this objective where it is. It kind of sticks you in spot.
You can move in that you could pull things back, and you would have a fair amount of freedom. Assuming that you want to hold the river line as much as you can, you're correct. You have very, very limited options. If you wanted to fall backwards, you have a lot of freedom in contracting, right? Because you've got each of these stands has got a bunch of inches, and they'd be moving closer to the Reformation areas.
The problem is here. Slowed by the river, instantly stopped by the BUA.
Yeah, though, if you are, it depends on what your hopes and dreams are. If they are to make a push on this, then don't do. If you want to go defensive against this, making them slog through all of that is not terrible.
Yeah. And I don't do the test to bring up the guns yet.
Everybody good?
In a past life, I had this massive, I don't know, somewhere in the neighborhood of like 15 feet long table of relationships between operating systems, going back to very, very early things in the 70s. And reading the chat right now about how different wargaming rules are related, I think you could do that same thing.
Yeah, I think that's Mary's point, and it's a good one. I hadn't thought of it that way, but it's absolutely true. You could probably draw branches.
Then we are on to deployment. If you haven't, please do.
Anybody deploying anything, or are we good?
I did some deployment. There were 2 guys left, so I just put them out because that's the minimum.
I'm gonna test for them.
No, that's it. Oh, to those guys. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm assuming that these guys can't deploy.
They should be able
They
to.
can.
You're only probably gonna get 2 out of it, but you might as well. It's more cohesion.
Right, he'll get 2, and then you get the last one.
one's free.
Yeah, the last one's free. He'll get all 3 of them no matter what.
But you might as well.
Doesn't even have to roll for it.
Okay. Well, I was assuming because of the stream that
You pay a penalty for it, but the least that you can deploy is 2, regardless of any result.
Yeah, that's why you don't really have to roll for most horse.
At least a small horse. At least a small horse.
so,
Yeah, that's gonna be another 2. It's tough when you got yourself a recombobulation boat anchor.
slow down there, big guy. And
My best friend always calls it the reclamation area.
Sure.
Yep. There you go. You're still there.
And I'm sitting there going, no, man, they're not reassembling the wounded in the back.
they're not.
Says you.
They're disassembling them, in fact.
Ah!
Considering the medical technology.
Yeah, the rate of amputation.
Yeah. Form a disassembly area. Hey, ho, play the rim shot.
Then I move out of 3. That's still within his shooting range, right?
Depend. Just out, it looks like, but
Okay.
you don't shoot again in the combat phase with skirmishers anyway. So.
I will tell you, Jim, the thing about TTS, you being a huge TTS guy, me having very low experience with TTS, the thing that I find most fantastic about TTS is nobody is arguing about how to read a ruler.
Yeah, the number
there's no. I'm holding the tape measure, and when I count over hash marks, I think you're in or out by an 1/8, and that does not happen here.
We occasionally get like, but then we usually just defer to Jim because Jim's umpire.
Well, you can do this one.
I've actually said the inverse can be the problem because we do get it in tenths of an inch every now and again. I'm looking at you. We get.
Are you trying to sneak a 1/10 of an inch on?
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
I generally don't care either one way or another. I was like,
And after you spend like 15 seconds trying to get it on the inch, and you get it 1/10 under, you say, that's close enough.
Yeah, well, besides, think about what you're talking about with 1/10 of an inch. Oh, come on.
Well, you see, in plumbing, if you miss 1/10 of an inch, that could be a big deal.
True.
Yeah.
Then the poop hits the floor.
That's
how
between
much water
something leaking or not leaking.
1/10 of an inch.
Oh my God! You want to know how much? Ooh, yeah. Tell it to my boss.
He can tell you.
Depends on the pressure and how big the pipe is.
That's
the 1/10
right.
of an inch will get bigger with enough pressure.
Yeah.
Okie doke.
Well, the good story was when I was out in California on an AT. I was the lead plumber, and it was the end of the day, and the chief came by and he asked me how it was going, and I looked at him. I said, "I don't know, chief. I've cut this damn pipe 3 times and it's still too short." And he told me, "Cut it again." Started walking away, stopped, turned around, and just looked at me.
That's funny. That I will.
We are on to the combat phase. Yes, everyone's done deploying.
Time for fighties.
Leader fate.
Leader fate.
Now I have a question.
Ooh.
All right, guys withdrew. They withdrew right next to Lon, right here, the CNC.
Mm-hmm.
CC has a contact plus and cohesion and everything else like that. Does that add to them?
Mm-hmm.
So one of the leader actions is take personal command.
Oh, okay.
In which case you go join the division.
I got you. Okay.
And then you get to add those things.
And
Roger.
then you can get yourself killed.
Now, one thing I would tell you is you probably during movement wanted to pick yourself up and move yourself like here. Yeah. Because if you are personally in a threat zone, whether you are attached or not, you have to roll.
Yeah, well, that's why I want to make sure the other thing first, and then okay.
Yes. And when you are in personal command, you will notice, if you look at the quick reference guide for Leader Fate, Army or Force Commander personally commanding formation -2, which means it's not a guy's roll, it's 4 or less.
Hey.
He's a big
And he's got to deal with death.
We assume that your division commander is in there somewhere. Maybe it's in the dangerous part, maybe it's not. That's why we have to roll for it, but it's just a 3% chance. If you are there, you went there with a purpose. Okay, so Leader Fate. If you haven't rolled and you need to, please do. Any formation that is threatened, the formation commander has to check.
No.
Is this appropriate for Can over here, or am I?
Where am I looking?
Center.
Oh.
I'm clipping those.
Yeah. If the formation is threatened. Oh. But how much woods is this going through?
Like
not enough.
Okay. It has to be on 1.5 stops it, but less than that.
Yeah, I believe that's what it says.
Okay.
I wrote this down somewhere.
They are threatened then.
Silly people firing through dense terrain. What does it say? Watch, it'll contradict what I just told you.
Passed.
No worries. We'll get to that later.
Awareness into is limited by 225 yards. Yeah.
Embarrassing terrain.
Does it matter that this guy's all the way back here?
Nope.
No.
He's assumed to be somewhere in this entire. So he could be up here, but he could also be in the back. He's in the back.
Now he's fine.
He's somewhere in the back.
If you roll well, then he's fine, and he was obviously in the rear.
Or in the middle.
If you roll poorly, right. He was supervising his forward pickets and got hit by a cannonball.
6-pounder through the cranium. That would be pretty messy.
Ugh.
Not for the guy involved. He doesn't care about it at all.
He doesn't care about much of anything anymore.
Are we done with Leader Fate?
Think so.
Mm-hmm. Threat assessments. It is artillery and troops at contact.
My artillery doesn't have a target, though.
No.
Yeah.
Then
he runs away.
Because this is the hill.
Yep.
No, the hill doesn't matter.
It's the hills are low and rolling.
The trees do.
It's the fact there's an inch and a half or more of trees in the way.
Well, there's less than an inch and a half.
Oh yeah,
here.
He's got a shot.
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
you could go. Yeah, you could go that way.
Right there.
Hey, Graham, I increase your fatigue 1 more on that same formation.
1 extra fatigue for Robert.
And he has to roll a threat assessment for the leader.
He did.
He did.
Thought.
No, he rolled it for this guy.
Oh.
This guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's fine. He's feeling fine. First game.
Just out of curiosity, when Robert rolled that 8 for this guy, I'm just trying to talk this through so I understand. What would he have had to have rolled to fail?
Snake
eyes.
Snake eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if he rolled a 3 and he had 2 fatigue, does that subtract from what he rolled? No. Okay. Thank you.
The Leader Fate check, there's only 1 modifier for it, and that is, are you there in person?
Okay. No, and that's fine. I would just, like I said, just talking through it just to understand it better.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's potentially a 2-step. The first one is, did you get harmed? The second one is, what happened to you if you did? So if someone rolls Snake Eyes, then we'll get to roll to see what happens to the guy, which ranges from nothing at all to dead.
Right.
So we have got threat in the center, I believe, is the only one that yet needs to be done.
Hey Jim, I think Cronin was pointing one out over here with.
It's a little one. We can get to that after we do the big one.
Let's do the big one first.
Let's do the big one.
Okay, that's fine.
Robert, how much threat you throwing?
Were these supposed to be in contact or no?
I don't think they would have made it.
I don't think they had the movement.
Yeah.
Okay, so just these 3.
9.
Plus leader's 10, right?
Lear makes it 10.
Yep.
So 2 dice. They have no fatigue on, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So 2 dice plus 10, and then Carl is going to throw in another 0 points plus a die.
Yep.
So
Up to
3
you.
dice?
It depends on whether or not you want him to roll his 1 die and add it. Doesn't really matter.
You can add it to your 3. It's not. I would see point in me rolling it.
Okay.
Some people really like to roll a die.
22.
What's your cohesion?
Ouch.
Not enough. $13.
Minus
13 minus 6, so it would be
7.
7.
Tripled them.
Yeah. All right. Before we.
Like I said, not enough.
Does he do back?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
At 9, 10, 11, 12. Minus 6, I got a plus 6 with the die.
But don't forget, you also add your range bonus. So.
Yeah. So it'll be 14.
Alright, so it'll be plus 7.
8.
14?
14 minus 6 is
Plus
8.
8. Yeah.
8 plus a die.
9.
Ugh.
1 point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even with the guys halved, it's not gonna.
So
That's
that's just going to assess him, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me deal with that real quick.
And the French will roll off the
Thank you.
3 contact points.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be that left one first?
Yep.
I guess
Yes.
Or they're all going to get rolled anyway.
So he just goes back.
They're all going to get rolled either way, so it doesn't particularly matter.
I got him.
No. Back to the no-zip sorting bin. Oh.
Ooh,
Downers roll, strikes again.
that was not good.
They take 3 fatigue, right?
Yeah. Are they at 100%? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, they are not.
Not quite, but they're not having a good time.
No. They're bad time.
All right.
And there was another one.
There was a baby battle somewhere?
There's a little cannon shot here. I was going to give him 1.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a little cannon shot here. I was going to give these guys another 1.
Okay, Plink for the assessment here.
I don't know if you can, because I thought you couldn't give him past 3 with only 1 cannon.
Yep, you're right.
Oh, that's right.
It just stays threatened.
Yeah, okay. I'm just assessing the threat. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it's whatever the threat level of the artillery is.
All right. The range threatens.
Threat level midnight? Is that?
Now, do I get to follow up?
No. You follow up next turn.
Okay.
Next turn's movement, they will fall back, you will push forward again.
Okay, I was just checking because you did something over here
that was
they were on support and converted to attack. And if they have infantry,
why'd you move him over there? He was over here.
Oh no, I was whipping my mouse across it.
Ah, that was you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let go. Let go.
That was unintentionally me.
Infantry on support that convert to attack can move forward a whole 3 inches.
Gotcha.
To search into an enemy. It's very limited, but they do have an option. So that's bottom of
11, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Bottom of 11.
Okay. On to top of turn 12.
And people who weren't threatened can now click down, right?
Oh, yes. So, like, these cabs should get better. This division should get better.
They have to be with that away now because they're not. They're still within a foot.
No, it's not threatened.
Ah,
You have, if you did not assess against them.
right. Gotcha.
Which is the importance of him having this battery out here.
Yes.
Is he's keeping the fatigue on you, even though he's not making you any worse. He's preventing you from improving. So order activations, if you've got them, roll for them. And remember, over on the French right, you can roll again if you want. It should have ticked down, right? It was a 2-turn delay, so right now it's a 1-turn delay.
Yep.
And if I roll,
it's a -1 on the roll for the delay. If you fail, the new delay replaces the old delay.
oh no, we'll just keep it, Grim, because I don't want to screw you up more.
Like, I'm very far away.
Yeah, you have to ask yourself if you're going to add more confusion by telling them to hurry up, or if you're going to succeed.
Now, if you don't have any directives to do, you could, during the movement phase, you could move your force commander closer to each other.
That too.
Problem with that is he'd be out of range of literally everybody else in the army.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean
that's why it's a good question of, do you have any plans to do anything?
Yeah.
If not, go ahead, go on vacation,
drift away to the far right.
Any leader actions? Does anybody want to commit any artillery or limber any up?
I do.
I will commit this artillery.
Commit them.
All right. Yes, you shall.
Oh, I commit them like a mother.
They're incredibly
committed, Grim. That it was the other one over here that you.
Oh yeah.
They're so committed.
They're so committed. They're super committed.
I'm going to attach this artillery to the.
They're already attached.
It's part of it already, and it was a commit already.
Okay. Well, no, I'm. Okay.
Remember, you attached.
You can unlimber it during movement for no cost.
Okay.
Well, what happens here then? Because, well, there's that gap now again.
That you can close the Reformation area up on. That is the exception, as James noted earlier. Because the Reformation area always marks the back of the column.
Can you rally any of your guys in the Reformation area or no?
Yes, it is a leader action. So,
okay.
How far away from the division are you?
$13.
So you are -1 for distance. They are threatened, which is -2 more for a -3. They are 50% fatigue to cohesion ratio, so they are -3 for that. So you're at -6.
Ooh.
And what's your command rings make you a +4, so you're a -2 on your dice. And you roll per stand to rally.
No.
You get to do them until you fail one.
Huh?
You get to do it until you fail one. Leader actions are until you fail one.
Does this
all right? So since I failed that, I should have went with the other ones then instead.
Does this recombobulation area not have to move backwards?
Oh yes, it should shift back and maintain. And in fact, it's in his interest.
They're basically back in here somewhere.
Yeah, and the routed guys are with them.
All right, so that failed.
Oh god.
Are we done with the command phase?
Yes.
I'd say
On
so.
my end.
Then we are on to movement ranged threat assessment.
Shooting.
These guys are probably going to tick up one. Can they be doubled?
Well, I've got this, so we'll give him another die. Nothing else.
Right. So 2d6 plus a point, it looks like, except there's a fatigue there, so it's just going to be 2d6.
But
What's
they're-
their cohesion? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, minus 9. Yeah, they can totally be doubled.
Roll high.
That's you, Robert.
2 dice against this. It will get 1 die back. Did not
Assessed
double
only.
them.
Fatigue up.
That's a point.
And Rob will take a fatigue here from them skirmishing back.
Mm-hmm.
Because they won't have, end up at 0 plus a die after you subtract the fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That is
but
a tired division.
It might not have him, so he might not get it at all. So he still has to roll.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Well,
With,
does this artillery play into it?
Yes.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Plus his range, so it's plus 3.
Yeah. Well, right, but whatever it is, you're going to subtract 10. What James was mentioning is that, like artillery can't put you over, artillery by itself can't put you over its threat. Skirmishers alone can't cause an assessment unless the result is at least half your cohesion.
Well, you got guns.
But they're not alone, they have the gun present.
All right. Anybody else shooting?
I think these guns are shooting back. I think these two guys are bombarding each other back and forth.
I'd say so.
Well,
Plink.
Yeah, they'll both just go up a fatigue, right?
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
The infantry in the French infantry probably have to roll. Because if they don't get, that's that 50% that James was talking about. Yeah, but does it get through the woods?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I don't know
this
how
is
thick the
only-
woods is.
It's about
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, then never mind. Yeah, you're correct. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Anything else?
That's just a general rule that's not particular to this game. Then we are on to conversions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have any at the moment. Does anybody see something that might be?
I don't think you can convert a withdrawal to run away.
No, you can't. There is no save yourself rule.
Self-keeper.
And I assume that Robert, your lead infantry division, does not want to convert to withdraw.
No.
Okay. Then we are on to regular move, or the movement step. Attacks go first.
Withdraws.
I thought withdrawals
Oh,
go
sorry.
first.
Withdrawals go first. Withdrawals go first. Guys running away, followed by anyone chasing them. I've been fascinated by the watching curve.
Oh, yeah.
It bounces up, it bounces down, it bounces back up higher, it bounces back down, it bounces back up higher. It's an interesting.
I checked the analytics, and it fascinates.
Oh, do you get to see?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't ever done any live streaming on YouTube, so I have no idea what they show you. The rhythm of that would be really interesting.
There's a fair number of people that, with certain games, particularly Napoleonic, will turn it on in the background while they paint.
Yeah, I see people talk about that in forums.
Yeah, I mean, for me, especially with live streams, I'll like to, especially, I mean, for me with all live streams, I tune in for a while and then I'll drop off and end up doing something else, depending on what's going on. Because sometimes streams are like, well, this is going on a while, I gotta go do something else.
Hey, Mark. Things are, I would say, right at the moment, things are going rather badly for the French.
It's all part of the plan.
Oh, it's a plan? There's a plan here?
Trust
Okay.
the plan. Trust the plan.
Sorry, I was supposed to trust the process.
My 2 divisions damaging 3, that's fine. I'll take it.
Except that the other divisions you're thinking of aren't here.
What do you mean? Yeah, they are. My division here and here. And damaging here, here, and here. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Okay.
The other ones will break through. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, when did Bernadotte ever let someone down?
I know, right?
Yes.
Bernardotte's counterattack will save the situation.
Yeah.
Let the hate flow.
Yeah, as he's taking this long, leisurely, looping stroll, he's gonna wander over here to Annual.
The only question from the French left recently was, "Hey, is it possible for me to take this yet longer route?"
Yes, exactly. I thought it. It's like, what do you mean? Yeah, it's no problem. Nothing's going on over here.
Has the board debate on the left, on the French left, changed within the last hour?
It has. He's taking a leisurely stroll through Bavaria. I can tell you that the inn that those cuirassiers found and missed the Battle of Egmont entirely is in this town right here.
Oh, that's where they're going.
Are these guys finished moving?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just asking so I can.
Oh, these guys have to move. Don't forget them.
Yeah, don't forget the
forgot
Leger in the town. The almost orphaned Leger.
Like, hey, everyone's leaving.
Damn you!
So in 18, while people are moving, we're going to do story time. In 1809, there is a 3-battalion regiment of Landwehr, and at what is it? Is it at Ebelsburg? That Hiller breaks up and reorganizes everything reporting to him. Yeah, at Ebelsburg. And he reassigns everything from the parent element that these Landwehr are in, including the brigadier above them. So there's no longer an organization around them. Those troops have all been sent elsewhere and their commander has been reassigned somewhere else, and they are never told anything. The battle happens, the army retreats, they are never told anything. They do not receive any orders. In the events that follow, they end up behind French lines during the pursuit because no one ever told them to go anywhere. The French find them with a patrol, and for a brief time, there is a small amount of panic going, wait a minute, who the heck are these Austrians? What element are they a part of? How are they behind us? And the French, being French in 1809, decide to just ignore it and move on. The Landwehr eventually find their way home and reconnect back with Hiller. I don't remember when. But it is endemic of the fact that I was corresponding with Jack Gill, working on our 1809 book, asking him, can you give me some sort of operational mantra that the Austrians are functioning over because every order of battle day to day is different.
Mm-hmm.
And his response is, no, I have studied this for years. And they begin the campaign after having reorganized their army. And then every engagement, reorganize it again.
Yep.
Yeah, the Austrian
It makes-
army reorg is incredibly dense and weird.
Well,
It's so strange.
Well, just mouse over. I borrowed some of these names, obviously, from the 1809 book because one day I want to do Egmont soon. But it's 2nd Battalion, 7th Leger, 1st Battalion, 12th Line. Great. What do they have? 2nd Battalion, Rohan Infantry. I'm sorry.
Chronology. Can you grab the stuff behind that unit?
The Stuart Infantry Regiment, but it's not even that one. It's these insane.
Remember, you gotta stop and you'll clear those woods.
There's not a whole lot of organization to it. It's all very cabinet Kriege in my mind.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, it's like my tabletop army is based on a particular division from the Ekbal campaign.
Wait a minute, Robert. You can't be moving yet till after he moves. He's on an attack order.
Oh, yeah. So, quick question.
Okay.
Put him back.
Okay, so I do or I don't have to advance these guys.
You're right about.
You're gonna want to because you want to put these guys out. You're gonna have to have
hang
those
on,
guys move up.
at a time. One person at a time.
You're throwing
Before
threats, so you
Rob
don't have
moved, yeah, you're threatening him before at the time of your move, right? You were at 3 inches.
Just out 3.
No, just out of 3 because he'd moved back some.
But he's also
Or
got
artillery.
He's got the,
Your artillery was threatening. Okay,
Gotcha.
so the minimum you have to do on an attack directive is achieve threat. If you've done that, you don't have to do anything more. Should you do anything more? I don't know. You're playing as Bernardo.
Okay. The other question that I have.
I would tell you should push forward as hard as you can. But
Yeah, exactly.
if you want to role play it, that's fine.
Okay.
Like I would
That's
go
fine.
right into these trees.
That's fine. I can do that. My other question, though, before I move any further,
Don't
is
forget.
this line battalion here. If it deploys, does he have to deploy over here with the rest of his
No, he can go in any direction. Now,
Okay.
when you move, so let's say you advance these like you do, or further, you can move this column as well, and it's crossing on the bridge, right? So it's not paying for the stream. So you could bring it here, and that may sound stupid, except the next thing you're going to do is deploy out of that column. So you could end up with like a line of battalions right there standing in front of him from this column.
All right. So these guys have to cross the river, which is double.
and
Well,
again,
you don't have to do that now. You could.
You don't have to.
I don't have to. Okay.
No.
No,
Even though they're deployed. Okay.
You have to bring threat on the enemy, which you did. After that, all your movement becomes pretty voluntary.
All right.
So if you want to be aggressive, what I would say is take this, swing it up this direction.
Right.
Don't make contact.
Mhm.
Stay away from touching him.
I'm not touching you.
Something about like there,
Sure.
up here.
Or farther. You've got 10 inches. So, I mean, heck, you could probably make it up to like here.
Oh, okay. I can get past those guys. I didn't realize
Yeah. Yeah, you're on an attack directive. You're pretty.
that. Okay. Then everybody else can just.
All the rest of that column moves up behind, and then the last thing I would do is deal with these guys, and that way they're not in your way.
Gotcha. Well, I was thinking about bringing them up far enough so they wouldn't be in the way, but that's fine too. This works just as well.
Wait, they're also limited. They're still limited by having to come across as 4. Oh, no, that's a different division now. I apologize.
That's the cavalry. Yeah, the infantry is all
very long.
All passed. And then the Reformation unit, it can stay back over here on this side of the river.
Until everybody is deployed, it stays right at the end of the column.
Okay.
Yep,
Hey,
like
Kim,
that.
I sent you a message.
Okay.
And
like I was
these-
saying, Mike, like these guys, since they're friggin' lights, I would have deployed them in the woods. I'll take a penalty.
Yeah, they ignore the wood. Well, they don't ignore it, but
No, but
It doesn't hurt them much. They
right.
pay double.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they're out of position now, so right?
I mean, out of position now. No, put them in the woods.
Hey, Austrian team,
These guys?
check the chat.
No, you're
Oh,
Yeah.
the lights.
Those aren't
I
lights.
see
Those
it.
are Leger.
That's
Oh,
what
I see.
light-
Yeah,
that's
That's
what
light.
light-
That's
Yeah.
light in French. It's
Yeah.
light.
Dude, I can't speak English. When you want me to speak French, come on, think about it.
So
Think,
one
Bruno, think.
at a time, I'm
Tomate.
playing. What's the computer moderated one?
Oh,
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Carnage and Glory.
Yeah, Carnage and Glory. So I'm playing a game of Carnage and Glory
Why?
with some guys here in St. because some of the guys here in it's not my game, but playing with some guys here who are into that, and one of them's name is Lance. Sorry, one of them's name is Lance, and the guy running the computer wants to know, hey, does anything need to do XYZ? And one of the guys says, yeah. This unit here, the number one, whatever the heck, the 10th Lancers. And Lance says, no, they're Ulans. And we go back and forth about this for a while until he finds out that his name is the same word in a different language.
The artillery can't limber move.
He was a nice guy.
Right?
The artillery, to limber it up, you have to do a leader action during the command phase.
Oh, so
it's
you did have to do it for these two, Chrono.
Oh, okay. Well,
to unlimber, he doesn't.
You know.
oh no, they
Unlimbering, he does not. Limbering, he does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they limbered on a withdrawal move.
Now do your deployment, Mike.
No, defends move now.
No, he's still on an attack. He gets to do his deploy.
No.
Yep. Sequence of play is moves followed by ploy or deploy. All the movement gets completed first.
So, I'm sorry. So I take my commander rating, which is a +1, right?
Hold on.
You're not deploying.
No, right. You don't go yet, Mike. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I thought I heard him say that. Yes, that was the correct to do.
He was agreeing with James.
Sorry.
Yes.
Got it backwards.
So are we done with attack moves?
So I got to ask the question, because why in God's name would you stick a column in front of cavalry?
Excellent question. So
Ding dong ditching us again.
So if the Cav were not attached to this, then they could perform a conversion and jump into here. But they are not.
Because of what Robert did earlier.
Because they're now attached to this infantry.
Got it. Okay.
But they're on a defend order, and on a defend order, they could stay cohesive and hit the head of the column and fix them.
That's true. He could move to contact with them.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That's what I was move to contact with them. Yes. James is correct.
So take him and hit him here and screw him.
Yeah, no, Mike, back this whole column up. That's garbage. That's hot.
Once again, never listen to the designer.
Yeah, Mike, back this whole column up.
I was going to say.
He's going to.
It's a learning game. You got to learn how to make a mistake.
No, garbage. We don't do that. We absolutely do not do that. That was a.
Okay, hang on. I got.
No, that's James.
Move this
James
Cavalry
and,
back
and
first.
Jim are both correct, and that was poor on my part. Sorry.
I
I was not thinking that through at all.
I was watching him do this, going, "Are you kidding me?"
I was thinking about, he says he's going to fall back, except he shouldn't fall back.
All these hussars just sitting there watching his whole column of infantry come marching past and going, Robert,
So
don't forget your gun back here in your rally area. Yep.
Which was back further, I think. Sorry, I had to undo my cavalry move that was in support.
Mm-hmm.
Back to where about was.
Yeah, because your lead battalion was on the bridge.
Yep.
You lose 2 movement for here, so you got to move back another inch.
Sorry. Thank you.
Your rally area is going to be, yeah, you're right, basically there, yeah.
Oh, it's at the end of the column.
Oh, true, because they're technically they're still deployed, that's correct.
Yeah, this group right here is undeployed.
That would be ployed.
Robert doesn't recognize that word. So back then to my one original question, then do I want these Legere to move this far forward, I guess is...
Well, then what you really do need to decide is what you want to do with these guys.
Yeah, if anything, if you move them up here and then... good question.
You may, I mean...
Well, then you move these guys across.
Right.
Yeah, you may want to...
Which is
And
what
bring
you wanted to do in the first place.
Yeah, you know.
No, they have to stop when they get to the...
Yeah, they have to
side.
stop at the other side.
Wait. I'm confused because last time you told me no, they didn't have to stop after they cleared
The
the
Legere
The
don't.
Legere don't.
because they're
The
light.
line
Yes.
do.
Gotcha. Okay, that's makes sense. Okay, so they stopped there.
We would be on turn 15 if I didn't give you terrible advice about that column.
I thought
Probably
it was great
true.
advice. I don't know what
Yeah,
you're
this-
talking about.
Yeah, the
All
Austrians were like going, okay, all right, let's do this. Okay.
That's
And then the rest of the column.
I feel so foolish about that. That was really
I
Yeah,
would be
exactly.
I would be in bed having a nap.
So would I. All right. Note to self: don't believe the game designers.
Right.
They don't know their own rules. No, they know the rules. They
Oh,
just
he
don't
knows
know
the
the
rules.
tactics.
Great. He just does evil
They
things.
don't know how to play it.
I was going to say that statement's a bit questionable given what we've seen.
I
tonight.
generally perform terribly when I play.
Okay. All right. I'm all done.
My problem is I
Now-
get fixated on making sure everything else is moving, and then I forget to do things.
Okay, so
That
I'm
makes
done
sense.
moving. Now it goes over to the defenders if all the attackers
Well,
are done,
yeah.
right?
Right. Well, attackers.
Correct.
Yeah. If defenders or attackers are done, yeah.
So we're good for normal movement and all that stuff.
Mhm. Yes,
It's like talking
indeed.
to my wife. This is like having conversations with my wife.
There are 4 other people talking at the same time as the 2 of you.
Yeah, well, she's having 3 conversations with me at once,
Oh,
and I'm wrong.
I was going to
and,
ask who
and,
the
and I'm
4
wrong.
other people were. Do you have a lot of kids?
Nope.
It's the 12 people in my head.
So you said defenders now.
Everyone else, basically.
Everyone
yeah.
else, yeah.
Yeah.
Including
And,
Lord
and
Laggard.
the defenders the defenders over here moved to contact because they're in defend order, and we are now being how this is
Oh,
going.
good lord. There is something satisfying of this image of these Austrians just sliding into the middle of the field, shoving these French back. I think that's probably what it looked like.
This is gonna be...
Oh, there's more of them.
But wait,
There's
There's
more.
more.
There's more.
There are. Oh, God.
Where's Gudin's division when you need it?
No kidding.
Robert, I don't think I can see him anyways because of there's an
Yeah, I was-
trees.
I was just checking. After that last faux pas where I didn't check that little narrow area.
Well,
Okay.
the thing with that narrow arrow is what? It's probably about it's a 1/12 of a mile. I mean, 1/12 of a mile. What about 500? Yeah, it's roughly the length of 2 football fields.
Yeah, but I'm
My
seeing
house-
it. I'm seeing in perspective to this area.
Sure.
That's a small area.
My front yard.
Oh, hot.
Hillbilly.
Nuts! I've messed this all up again.
Hey, this hillbilly has fiber. and here's the kicker. Not only did the local place run fiber and I got connected, Spectrum run fiber down. They'll be offering service soon. Frontier's running fiber to a brand new AT&T tower going on across the road from me, and I suspect they'll offer me fiber too.
That's actually really nice to have so many options.
Well, if you move,
fuck this now.
if you move to Southern California, you can have fiber all the time. Fiber. I'm on fiber.
Yeah, but you're talking about brand cereal?
I mean, yeah, you know.
Among other things,
Just to be clear, I referred to March Attack as abandonware. If that's what you meant, guilty as charged.
Are we done with moves?
Quick question: are we moving Bernadette? Like, do I want him to move up probably too, or for him it doesn't matter?
It
too
doesn't
much?
Where he
matter.
is. He's in command of these guys right now, easy. So I don't think it matters too
Yeah,
much.
if they get shot, he'll get shot.
So Jim's like, move him.
Yeah.
you want to put them right about there.
I think I've messed this up again.
So these are ployed.
That they are in color.
These are deployed.
Yeah.
The
And these
biggest
are
gap you can have is 1.5 inches.
Yeah, but these can't move forward, can they?
They can go
Correct, which means that these up here have to string back. You can open up to 1.5 inches between them,
Right.
so you can have as few guys maintaining that connection as possible.
I think that needs to go at this point. Because it's over there.
Oh yeah. I didn't pull that one out. My bad.
It's not a teddy bear, Mary. It's a set of rules. By that logic, the set of Duke Siegfried's rules that I have in my shelf are supported and not abandonware. Napoleonette.
I'm not sure how he supports it though.
No, it isn't. It isn't.
It's supported from beyond the grave.
Beyond from the mists of the hoary beyond.
Yeah, Gary Gygax is still supporting my tactics.
Yes, I have seances twice weekly to get new scenarios.
And you
People
get
tell me
answers.
I get dark.
Everybody good?
I've had enough of brain fucking for now. I'm
Sorry,
too
Grim.
tired. I'm too tired to deal with this.
I'm
crap.
sorry, Grim.
All right. Well,
Get
it's all right because A, you don't have any melees, which is good. B, this is our last turn for the evening.
And we just did defenders. We didn't do regular move orders yet, right?
Yeah, you should. I said move
Yeah.
Mr. Lager.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed you saying that. I'll get them real
Well-
quick. It's not going to impact.
Oh, they are taking the scenic route.
They are. They're moving.
I wasn't
they're
kidding.
Avoiding the bad terrain.
He
and
is
going
going
for
to
the
tell
straight
Why are you
Napoleon
only
Ross.
moving 8, Mike? You should be moving 10.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, are they? Well,
Yeah. No wonder why they've been going back down so slow.
no, they were because they were crossing this river. That was
Yeah, they were
No, I
moving
meant
half
these
down
guys here.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
last
were
few
moving-
turns, you shorted them about 6 inches.
No, they were crossing
it's
here,
one of
so
those
they were
problems.
paying for the ford.
That's what she said.
Okay. So these guys
Oh,
can go
like,
10.
The Ford. Okay, I gotcha.
Now that they are free of the ford, yeah, they should be moving 10 inches.
Okay.
Well, is that the only movement that's
Yeah,
being finished?
that's-
If so, we can probably do the combat in the middle.
Yes.
Okay.
How about this one on the right? How about this one on the right? Let's do this one.
Hey, Jim, do you have a favorite? Do you want to go first?
I think this one on the right.
Jeez.
Good lord. How many you got there, Dalinar?
I got 6. So that'd be 18 plus 1 would be 19 minus 7 would be 12.
Have we done leader fates yet?
Oh, we haven't done leader
Yeah,
fate.
leader fate
Oh, yeah,
first.
just in case somebody croaks it. Leader fates.
Oh, we did.
Keep going.
No, you missed it.
Yay.
Keep leader fating.
Leader fates.
Leader fates.
Good.
I got a melee. A guy over here.
Everybody's golden. Returning to the story as we knew it, Dalinar had 12. Am I right?
Correct.
I also have 12.
12 and 12. How much cohesion do you have, Dalinar?
Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Interesting.
Minus
Fatigue.
7.
Yeah.
Both of them are minus
Yeah.
fatigue.
Yeah.
All right, so since you both, though, have 12, and I don't think either of you are going to double each other, are you?
I'm probably going to double him because
Are you? How many do you have?
he's
Oh, yeah.
he's
12
got minus 7 to his
12 minus
fatigue,
7,
so-
that's 5, I can tell.
Well, he's got what? 10 minus 3 is 7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 minus 3, so I got 8.
So you're 12, so yeah, you don't double him, but you do exceed him.
I could
Well,
double
we
with
haven't-
2 rolls,
yeah.
with 2 die rolls.
You could.
Yeah, we haven't rolled yet.
I don't see how Dalinar is getting 2 dice because he has to minus 7 from his threat.
We've got 6 guys in base.
19 minus 7 is what?
11.
Oh, 12.
11.
Wait, how? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Where's the rest coming from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I didn't see him on the side. Sorry.
Yeah, 6 times 3 plus 1.
That's 19.
So yeah, 2 dice. Yeah,
Yep.
19 minus the 7 should make it 12.
12 and 12 then. Let's do it.
Do it. Good luck. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
22.
Ooh, the French.
15.
Get a kickback.
Well, let's start with the 22. I'm curious about that. So what is that?
That's triple.
That's tripled.
I tripled him with 15.
Yeah. So they're both tripled.
Then it is roll a high die, and the high die gets to go second.
Ooh, I'm glad we found this.
And yes, that is written in the rules. I did not just make it up.
Crown was a 3.
I got 3. Ooh.
All right. So Chrono, I guess it's
At
yours.
Adepticon this year, we had 2 guys tie, and then they rolled off, and they ended up rolling like 4 times before they didn't tie on a single die.
Here, I'll
Deathloop.
start. I'll just go across the front here because everyone here is supported. So,
Sure.
Well, after 3, shouldn't it be fisticuffs?
Send them outside to fight.
oh wait, no, it's all the way back here. Sorry. Come on,
Yes.
he's good. He just goes poop. And this guy. He's also good.
Do
So the
the
only one I
French
have to roll off is this one.
You do not.
Really?
This stand is not in contact and threatened.
Oh.
I'm in contact with him, I thought.
He's not threatened.
No.
This
Oh.
guy threatens off of his front edge.
Oh.
No, I could have done for him then, so but I didn't. So I think technically I had to do this guy because this guy can't support him because he's in contact. So
Interesting.
then I take 3. So 1, 2,
And
3.
Ron will take 3. Correct?
Yep,
Correct.
Nice.
correct. And then we'll do the other one, and then we should do status checks.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna get slaughtered here.
How many you got, Robert?
I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18,
Ooh,
Plus your leader.
19,
Minus 2.
17.
17.
oh, only a mere extra 1 die.
Yeah, extra 1 die. 1 away. How many you got, Ron?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 16, plus 6.
16 plus 6?
I think it's 17 plus 6. 1, 2, 3.
This guy's on
Is
base.
this one? Oh, he's not in contact.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5. This guy should.
This one's in the woods, right? So he's halved.
Oh, okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 is 12, 13, 14 effectively, minus 10. 4 points.
4.
4 plus a die, yeah. Well,
why is that line halved?
He's in
because it's in that dense terrain.
He's in the tree. He's in trees.
So the threat is halved in dense terrain?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unless you got
Light.
unless you're lights.
So Dalinar, you got 1
If
die.
you're attacking into the trees, you would do that.
Yeah, the threat from this will be halved as well.
Okay. So we got to recount. Take off 1.5.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, these two. So take off 3 points.
14.
14.
Okay, so it's 2 plus 14. Okay.
Sorry, I did
Oh,
not.
it's 4
catch
plus
that.
14. Oh, 4 and 14.
He gets 2 dice.
Oh, him. Yes. Yeah.
2 dice plus
Yeah, the
14.
Austrians get 14 plus 2 dice.
Yeah.
The French get 4 plus 1 die.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
That's not great. 18.
Yeah.
6. Surely you have at least 6 cohesion, Robert.
Oh, yeah.
Fatigue.
I got 11. Minus 10, 1.
10 and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
He doesn't get the cannons.
I'm down to 1.
Yeah, he gets the artillery if it's committed.
Oh,
It's limber. It's just limber, not uncommitted.
Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half.
Doesn't matter because he's going down to 1.
Minus 10. It's 1 no matter what.
Yeah. So it's so Robert, you hit him for how many?
14 times, I think. Or what? I was 17, 14, 14, 15, 18. 18 times.
18 times.
Yeah. So that division kind of just blew up.
What is that?
Yeah.
So what happens in game terms?
So the fatigue here goes up by 18 to 28.
Okay.
Holy moly!
Yeah, it doesn't matter until it does. And then the units in contact, because you cannot roll 18 or better on a d6, rout.
And that's back to the recombobulation area.
Correct.
And this one.
What does the leader do?
Oh, he just stays with the formation. But so that concludes the threat assessment.
Right.
And Robert applied his fatigue, right?
Yes. Yeah, I gave him one.
Then the next one is status check.
Yes.
And this is going to break. So the artillery, when broken, I believe, does it go to the Reformation area? I believe it does. I believe the artillery goes to the Reformation area, and everybody else moves away, half move, facing away.
Ooh.
Turn around.
Bright eyes?
I collapsed. Oh.
Oh no!
So what you're saying is there's a big French grease spot right there.
Mm-hmm.
see. I'm at.
You gonna be able to make it back?
Yeah, I'm coming in now.
I'm gonna have to go to.
I know that feels like a setback, but don't worry, Bernadotte's coming.
You'll see. Give it a minute.
Yep. Bernard just got a message from Sweden. Please become our king. Yes, leave.
We'd like to talk to you. You were very nice to those prisoners.
I'm trying to reach you, but your car's extended warranty.
And technically, so that you don't have to leave this guy hanging out here, the way it works is the regulating unit moves away half, and everyone else has to be no closer to the enemy than him. So assuming that you picked like this guy as your regulating unit, these guys all just fall back to be cohesive with him. That makes sense?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And then the Reformation area will be, when this is all said and done, it'll be 6 inches.
Does it take with it all the units that are attached to it?
Yeah, all those routed units just stay in the Reformation area.
Oh.
They measure me off 6 inches. Thank you.
Right about there. Yeah, right in that little town.
Now I have a question.
Yeah.
Now, since he's within 3 inches of his
Objective.
is he now stuck there?
He is going to, momentarily, he is going to convert to defend because he has reached his objective.
I thought you said I could go 3 inches beyond.
Movement phase.
Yeah, you can, when you're moving, you can voluntarily end your movement anywhere within 3 inches of it. You voluntarily ended your movement here because you hit an enemy. Then we get to conversions. Are you within 3 inches of it? You convert to defend.
Suddenly, the leash is yanked.
I'm going rogue.
I'm going rogue. I suppose we should check on these boys too.
Yes.
I'm converting to withdraw because I'm at more than 50, but less than total.
I'm definitely converting to withdraw.
Is it worse than withdraw?
I don't think
2,
so.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 down to 13 compared to 10. Yeah, so he's not at 100.
Okay.
So
he just converts to withdraw?
Yep, and so they each fall back. You know, the regulating unit moves back at half from where they are, and then everybody else moves back to be no closer to the enemy.
So they bounce off
than the regulating unit. Yep.
Interesting. Man, that field, that half-mile gap I was talking about is bigger now. Coordinating attacks was hard.
So the loop that you were talking about.
Yep.
I think Robert is experiencing that now because he wants to continue moving forward.
Yep.
No, you can't stop me. I don't care what the rules say. I'm going rogue.
I could break these cuffs.
Here, let me check my rule book.
This guy, sir, they're right there.
You have to send a message to Carl.
Charles, please, right now, please.
Charles has to be like, "Oh, okay. Here's a note. Here's a note."
Sir, Charles sends back a note. Don't you think we should leave? We should quit.
Oh, we lost Grim.
Not a surprise. He was fading.
Yep. Sorry, Grim.
That's fine.
Don't you worry about it. You take care of yourself, man.
Clearly, the rules say I can because on page 82,
Nightle.
they're pointing forward.
Have a good one.
Good night.
I don't care if it's Napoleon. He's pointing forward, saying, keep going.
That's funny. I think that's all the status is done.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was wild.
Good game.
Thank you for beating the snot out of him and fatiguing the hell out of him so I could mop him up.
Yeah.
That was my general plan in the center.
Yeah, and what we're left with is, as I said, this own little private Idaho over here.
Yep.
Which I have no
and
idea.
Similar here.
And and this.
I didn't even know that was going on over there. Because it was miles away.
This I totally intend to leave in place, but these guys have their objective up here now. So this division's marching this way.
Are we coming back to this next week?
Well,
that is an up to you guys question.
I mean,
do you feel like this is decided? The French center is not in a good way.
It's non-existent.
Right.
He's got one beat up division.
And I can shift a relatively fresh Austrian division to slide over this way if I want to.
Right.
Yeah.
These are tied up. The French could get a bit fancy and pull the Bavarians in this direction.
They're going to have to redeploy.
But it's going to take time.
Yeah, because they deploy and then countermarch.
It's going to take them significant time to come back in from the right. Because how far is that?
At least
3 miles?
From the back of their column, it's about 2 miles.
Yeah.
But the head of the column is more like
3.
Almost 3 as the crow flies.
And they've got to deal with that terrain.
Yeah.
And the French left is in a bit better position, but they're still getting across this bridge.
Yeah, it's in a fabulous position because Bernadotte got nowhere near the battle.
So question. Could this cavalry, this being the objective over here, could I have broken them down this way, given that there's a column here occupying that bridge?
Yeah, they totally can. Now, on support, they can't get closer to the objective than who they're supporting, but that gets them all the way to, like, here.
Right.
Yeah, the head of their column can.
And cavalry with a target within range and arc can convert to attack, so they can probably charge in on the back of Rob from here. So yeah, they can get in and take out some of the heat off Alon's left. How long they're going to be able to do that is a question. They're
like right
now. We already know Robert's not advancing for at least a turn, right? Because a new objective has to be issued and then activated. He'll have to issue a new directive. Best possible case, there's a 1-turn delay before the Austrians here get moving again.
Where are you, Charles?
Right here.
I'm just measuring and where is Robert at?
He's over here.
Boom.
Yeah,
so
he'll be at the -1. Just wondering.
Well, he can move in the turn where he can't do anything because I'm waiting for my objective.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It just depends how badly you muff the order roll. Ask me how I know.
Yes, right off the bat, I muffed the order roll. So,
well, it's a timing question.
He rolled and then ducked quick enough for Achilles' hand to go over his head.
Darn right. You are darn right. So my plan, my goal is once the worthy impresario gets me the necessary map I need, is to start building historical battles for ESR, which, as you know, is the place where my head lives.
Of course.
They take a little more time just because the wonderful and detailed, those of you who have the campaign guides don't need me to tell you this, the wonderful detailed campaign guides take some data entry, I guess I would say, into the TTS system. Plus I have to beg and plead with the Turk to build me the appropriate map. So we will come back to ESR in the form of, I know you will not be able to guess the smaller 1809 battle that I'm going to choose. It is utterly impossible for you to conceive.
Leipzig.
Is that 1809?
Not in 1809.
Is that 1809?
No, but I just, I
Well,
thought I'd
then-
throw it
then-
out
then
there.
you-
That's his answer for everything.
Is it, I have a guess.
What is it,
gonna be-
Chrono?
Is it Teugenhausen?
Oh, Chrono, your powers of cognition are great indeed.
This is our
It
53rd
probably
plane
looks
of
a lot different than any other game of Taugenhausen you've played.
I was going to ask if it's in the 1809 book.
It is. It is.
Okay.
I've already started building troops, so we will come back for Teugenhausen. We just observed Teugenhausen Day, I will say, earlier the month of April. We'll come on back to that and invite everybody that's around this table. Will of course be extended an invitation, although it is a smaller battle.
Yeah, it's a 4-player
It's a
scenario.
It's a four, so you'll have to pay attention.
I think it's 4, and there's only one French player.
Right.
What?
Yeah, it's Davu.
Me versus the world?
Pretty much.
You versus
Okay,
you versus three.
assuming you actually show up, Ron.
Oh.
Oh,
You know, Mike? Listen, talk about not showing up.
Hey, I was following your orders. I was going where you told me to go.
You never even deploy. You never finish your deploy. Yeah, not this. Damn Bernadette.
So
You had me coming over here to begin with.
Yeah, but you didn't deploy yet. You didn't even do your deploy.
I was working on it. Takes time.
Yeah, Jim, I say that the invitation should go by distance away from you. So
Is that it? Is that the rule?
yeah,
So we
Farther
should
the
start
better?
with the farthest away.
Sweet.
nope, about closest.
Send it by
You
U.S.
people are
Postal
close
Service
to
and-
him. That'd be insane.
We will.
So does he put it? So does he send by U.S. Postal Service? So it takes like 3 weeks to get there.
Man,
Oh.
the digs are
Wow.
coming
Hey.
hot and
Wow.
furious.
Who was it who just got a rule book?
Me.
Chrono.
That was by
days.
USPS.
USPS. It was a very pleasant surprise. It came in a day earlier than it was supposed to.
There you go.
See, we do work well sometimes. And I'll have you know, Jim, that I no longer work at Root River.
Oh, there you go.
I'm in Tosa now.
Oh,
So that's why it got better.
there you go. So,
Today was
We're
my
just throwing away
today
their
was my
mail.
first day there, and I broke a truck.
As
Yeah.
one does.
And Root River's probably freaking laughing their ass off.
So just for the record, this is our third time through. We have finished a game of ESR. So yay us.
Congratulations.
And thank you to everyone for holding the why questions that drove the length of those other experiences.
Absolutely.
I'm happy to answer them. I'm just very happy that we focused on gameplay during the gameplay.
And
So why does this?
so what we will do is continue to pepper David in the Discord chat, which he also has one of his very own where he frequents, and you can go hang out with him. And he goes and sees that, so you can do that there. On Wednesday. Do you remember when Achilles said he was coming back?
I cannot remember.
I do not remember.
We'll have to hit him because that would move the last game of the 1862 campaign to Wednesday between Robert and Achilles, the last of the 2-player games, which would allow us to keep that moving forward. And And then there isn't a game Thursday. I will explain. But anyway, thank you so much to David. Thank you to everyone that played. And thanks to all y'all that came to hang out. We ended up with 27, although we had much higher. And a lot of folks... And a lot of folks looking at it seems to have really, really enjoyed them some ESR. So, in any event, thanks to those who watched. Thanks to those who played. Until we meet again, please take care of yourselves and one another. We will talk soon. Pause.
Is
Good night.
Is the fan behind the
Ian
prune bear
Jackson.
keeping him cool?